We're good.
All right, we're
Probably.
live.
I don't know.
The random, we don't know when we're live because Brendan doesn't have a better way to tell us when we're live. Hi, everyone.
It has a delay. What do you want me to do? I don't know when the delay finishes. It just goes.
More reliable.
Welcome to the D&D Elyssia stream on Ren Akai 5's Twitch channel. I am your Dungeon Master, Ethan. It's good to see you for our 5th episode. We got our streamer, our lovely streamer, Brendan. Say hi, Brendan.
Hi, I'm doing other things as well right now.
He's doing other things right now. At this point, I'm assuming if you're watching the 5th episode, you know who all we are, but you never know. Someone could just hop in and just be like, I'm going to start on episode 42 today. I don't care what happened before.
We got episode 42. This is episode 5, I think.
This is episode 5.
Yes.
And we've got Eric, Matt,
hello,
and Nick. Hope everyone's doing good. You'll probably notice we are down a man. Nerdy Matt Allen is not going to be joining us tonight, so he will be missed. But he should be here next week, hopefully, and we will continue on with the story. Couple reminders, announcements. If you like what we do, follow Brendan's channel. Hit that little follow button or whatever it looks like on Twitch. I was going to say bell, but I think that's
purple
YouTube.
follow button.
Purple follow button.
I think it's purple.
You really like what we do, then give us money. A lot of money. There's a button that just says give a lot of money and just press that.
That
5
is not
times.
Required and never has been and never will
It is. I said only if they really love what we do. Just press to give us a lot of money.
Even if you hate what we do, give us more money and maybe we'll think about stopping.
Yeah, I was gonna say if we make enough money, we might end the stream.
Right. That's what. Give your first fruits. That's right.
Yep.
Just
Make
your donation message. I hate taxes.
Pass the offering plate 10% off the net value, please.
Yep.
Sorry, that was a dumb joke. So yeah. Yeah, so before we get started, before I do our lovely little recap, does anyone have anything they want to say or no?
Video participant. All right.
Shabbat Shalom, chat.
Shabbat Shalom.
Greetings. Hi. I'm playing Guilty Gear all week.
Yes,
yes.
if you... Oh, go ahead, Eric.
I was gonna say, yeah. If you want to check out his stream, he does all day, every day. Is not D&D. We're only featured on his Monday nights. He does play video games in the meantime. So if
Tuesdays
that's your cup
through
of tea,
Thursdays, and sometimes Saturday and Sunday. But I have not streamed on a Saturday and Sunday for like 2 months now.
Yeah, it's been a while.
There haven't been many fighting games that I was interested in doing until Strive came out. So
I would say Guilty Gear Strive came out. Brendan showed me a little bit of it on Saturday.
So
it looks
fun.
pretty dope. It's beautiful. Check him out. Watch him get his ass whooped. No, he'll do fine.
I'll get beat.
But yeah, have you gotten beat pretty bad?
I mean, it's been pretty even right now. Well,
Okay, well, that's good. Watch him kind of get his ass beat, like 50-50 ass.
watch him get bodied.
Watch him get bodied.
I'm gonna get wrecked by dolphin spam, and I'm gonna love it.
On Fridays, Nick has a hot tub stream going on here on the Red Akai 5 channel. He's going to be playing Minecraft in a Speedo, and it's going to be a no diamond run. So I hope everyone's prepared and excited for that.
None of this is true.
Not a single word of it. It's all fake.
Nick's like, oh man,
I'm getting ideas.
Nick's claim to fame.
He's got his
I
own.
just gotta get a hot tub.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Brendan's got that swim spot at his place now, so we can just turn that
There
on
we
this
go.
weekend. And on Friday night, hot tub stream for you, Nick. We'll just set a little camera out there for you. You can play Minecraft all night.
Get some sick LEDs. We'll string them around the outside to get that cool.
And then when your parents ask,
we'll put a big floaty rubber duck in there. We'll just fill the hot tub with rubber ducks.
If there was anybody watching, they aren't anymore.
Yeah,
Brennan, when your family asks,
anyone who's watching is just clicked off at this point.
We have fun here.
Like, this
it's
is
a
dumb.
time.
This is the 5th episode, guys, so we have to have fun here eventually. Can't be all serious.
It is a time. Whether that's a good or a bad time is up to you, but it's certainly some kind of time.
I don't know. You guys have all still been with me since October of 2019, so someone's having fun.
Oh yeah, we're coming up on 2 years and
we're coming up on. For everyone who's not aware, we've actually been playing since October of 2019. Just started streaming, so yay! We're almost at our 2-year anniversary. I'll probably do something special for that whenever that is in October.
This campaign though, this campaign's brand new.
Yeah.
These characters.
Yeah, this is a whole new
5th campaign as a group.
Just kidding. I've been
technically, my campaign was a whole campaign. I just ran 3 adventure books.
That's what I mean.
True.
Yeah.
So, anyways, if everyone is good, I will go ahead and start with our recap.
Yeah, I gotta grab my.
Do it to him, DM.
Let me toss some sweet musicas in here.
Get my notebook for any other notes I decide to write, even though I've been somewhat slacking. But
I would say Eric's really been your note taker for the.
Eric's been doing a good job, but I just haven't.
But they're
written
like
enough for
secret
myself.
notes.
Yeah,
We don't know what those notes are.
I've got some stuff for myself just so I don't forget things.
I've got stuff
Darian
for the
has
party.
short-term memory issues.
I mean, you know,
so-
he's got it there so he can remind us.
Yeah,
That's true.
Lord
Except
I
for
was
when
gonna
he's
say,
unconscious,
it might be a
which
good
is
idea
every
to have a
session.
secondary note taker in case Arthur gets knocked out for the 100th time. It's
made
been almost
myself
every.
a healing surge drink, so hopefully that does not happen this time.
There you go. He made himself a healing surge drink, so Arthur will be
Yep.
good. All
mean-
right, let us go ahead and dive back into our
Ugh.
adventures in Elyssia. So last week, the party found themselves at the edge of the Forgotten Forest after having been escorted out by the Beast Children, Mip, Pip, and Squeaks. The Holy City was off in the distance. They were headed there on the request of a fairy named Aster, who found them in Bridgetown and asked for help because she is friends with the champion of Highwater, Jayla Pentagast, who supposedly is trapped inside the Holy City. Party agreed, and they have found themselves basically at the Holy City's doorstep. Once a grand, marvelous place that was kind of the religious epicenter of Elyssia, it has now fallen into disrepair and is sinking into the mountainside. More frightening, a large number of crystallized people of all different races stand outside the entrance to the city. So the party made their way down some steps into the city, and they arrived at the initial courtyard, fought some rats, made their way into the city, where they found some dead hoblings, or these little goblin-esque creatures. Behind one that had been pinned up against the wall, they found a note that more or less along the line said that the lords had done something terrible. After that, they explored into the city some more, where they came across a hobbling by the name of Meepo. Meepo turned out to be a bit of an interesting fellow. The dragon wrangler, or as he put it, drangler of the tribe. He wrangles two dragons, which the party quickly realized were not dragons, but in fact large dire wolves that had like paper and wood like glued on to make them look like they were scaly dragons. Didn't work. Except to these dumb hoblings. So after talking with Meeple for a little bit, learning about his life story and all the wonderful things he's done, they were taken to the hobbling leader Istril, who informed the party that she had in fact seen a Jayla Pentagast who made her way further into the Holy City. She also asked the party to find their missing dragon, who was lost in who was taken by another hobbling tribe that had taken refuge there, and they had been fighting with this other tribe. She offered them a key that she claimed would unlock more secrets to the Holy City if they return their dragon. The party was like, sure, where are these other hoblings? We will just go and charge in and fight them head on. So they were like, they're up there. So they went through there and immediately got into combat with about 15 hoblings, realized very quickly, that's a nope for me. That's going to be a no for me, dog, and immediately retreated and decided to go the back way, which was seemingly safe, though Arthur Wake decided to split from the party for a second, where he found a sarcophagus. Upon the sarcophagus, or excuse me, not a sarcophagus, an altar. Upon the altar, he found a whistle and a vial, and upon touching the whistle, there were sarcophagi around the altar, and skeletons burst forth and surprise attacked him, where he was very quickly brought down and nearly died. Lucky for him, the party managed to make their way back into the room, fight off the remaining skeletons, and stabilize Arthur. Weary and licking their battle wounds, the party has decided to take a short rest before continuing on into the Holy City in search of Jayla. All right. Arthur, you awaken, but you are no longer in the Holy City, from what you can tell. You are laying on a double bed made of cheap straw mattress, decently nice linens and bedding, though, with a fine silk count, and with a seeming rocking around you. As you look up, you see yourself in the captain's quarters of a ship. A large armoire sits to the next of the bed, hanging open, cobwebs strewn across the door and connected to kind of where the door latches into the armoire. The windows that line the back of this cabin here that would normally outlook the ocean are battered and beaten. The wind's strong, rain pouring into the ship. It is dark. Barely, or dark enough that even though you have dark vision, it almost seems that you are struggling to see. The ship has a certain tilt to it. What do you do?
Begin kind of like feeling around, see if I still have all my accoutrement. I have my weapons.
All your clothes and your weapons are as you remember it. Untouched. No difference. One thing you do very quickly notice, though, is that any wounds or battle scars you may have taken from the skeleton ambush are seemingly gone. You are in peak health.
I'm gonna kind of whip my legs over the side of the bed and stand up. I assume I recognize my surroundings.
You definitely recognize it. This is a ship that you used to captain.
I'm gonna walk over to the rickety, destroyed, like what used to be the window pane doors out to the back of the ship, and kind of look out on the horizon, kind of get my bearings of where I'm at.
As far as you can tell, you are on the dark black ocean. There's water as far as the eye can see, though it is quite difficult to see given the rain and the fog that currently are strewn out before you.
All right. I will walk around my center map table and make my way to the normal entrance of the captain's quarters.
Sure. So as you cross past the center map table, you notice that there are a collection of books and notes strewn and scattered across, all very familiar to you. They chronicle different ships that had been plundered and pirated, cargoes that had been stolen. But you make your way over to the entrance, or the exit in this case, to this cabin. The kind of swinging doors hang loosely off of their hinges. The strong winds are currently wrapping them against the wood frame. A cool breeze whips through the crack and brushes your hair.
Oh, that was bad.
I am going to kind of look down at my hands and my feet, realizing where I'm at, and very trepidatiously open the door.
So Arthur, you take a moment to kind of compose yourself, and you reach out and you push open the door and step out onto the deck of the ship. Normally, on a ship like this, there would be a fair crew manning it, especially given the weather. Someone needs to man the sails and, steer the ship, make sure that it's not going to tip and capsize, tie things down. There's none of that. There's not a single crew on the ship. No, what you see before you is a barnacle-infested hull. Sails that are tattered and ripped, that if it were not for the winds that are currently tilting the ship around, you would go nowhere. The deck seems old and pitted, rotten even, as if the boat has been sitting on the bottom of the ocean for 100 years. Before you, down at the front of the ship, you see a small figure crouched down at the bow, head in their hands, crying. They look to be no more older than a child, perhaps 7 or 8.
I'm gonna call out Willie, Thomas.
Nothing. No one responds to you. All you can hear is the whipping wind, the rain splashing against your face, and the cries of a child.
I'm gonna turn around. I'm not going forward.
So you'd like to go back into your cabin?
Yeah, I'm turning around. Yeah.
The door is locked.
I'm gonna shake it with all of my might. I'm trying to get into the captain's quarters.
Give me an athletics check.
18.
Arthur, you grab onto the double handles and you begin furiously thrashing at the door, trying to break the lock. You don't even care if it holds. You want it broken. But the door does not budge. It's as if someone has magically sealed it and you are unable to enter. From your left and right, you hear the laughter of children. followed by the cries of the same one that sits crying at the bow of the ship.
What do you want from me? I'm gonna turn around and try and focus my attention at the one at the bow of the ship. My feet are gonna be planted. I'm not going to move forward.
Does not respond. It continues to cry.
And then I'm gonna begin striding forward, but I'm going to have my hand on my pistol.
Okay. So you begin walking forward, Arthur, hand on your pistol. Careful not to
I
slip.
was a very, very slow, kind of like my boots are filled with cement kind of walk. This is a I know I have to go this way, but every fiber of my being is telling me not to.
Okay. So you begin making your way forward, careful not to slip on the wet, murky deck, or trip on any of the pitted holes or lifted boards. How close do you approach to this child?
So, are there on this ship? Are there two? Remind me, are there two masts or just one?
There are
Or
two masts.
two. So I will go no further than the second mast. I'll kind of like from the first one halfway to the second.
Okay. So you make your way over there. The boat, as you kind of approach the first mast, a huge wave hits the ship, and you kind of have to brace yourself against it as everything is like, jostled from this wave. Surprisingly, the child seems to have no issue with it. They just continue to be on their knees, crying into their hands.
I'll continue walking.
Okay. How close do you approach this time?
I'll get to the second mast.
You approach the second mast. At this point, the child is probably 10, 15 feet from you, continuing to cry, not even seeming to pay you any mind. The rain seems to be getting harder and more fierce. A crack of lightning erupts in the distance.
I'm not playing any games. Who are you? Why are you doing this to me?
No response, just continued cries.
I'm gonna hold out my pistol. I told you to tell me who you are.
No response, cries.
I'm going to head for the edge of the ship.
Just the side edge?
Yep. I'm gonna go for the side of the ship.
So Arthur, you walk your way to the side of the ship. As you look down, you can see, obviously there is a bit of a wall or like a railing there to prevent you from walking right off, but it goes no higher than your waist. You can see the murky waves below you, almost like a swirling vortex of water. There seems to be no bottom. There's no crystal blue island waters like you're used to. It appears to be like a black murky liquid. The child continues to cry.
I'm gonna look over my right shoulder, stare at the child for a minute.
As you look over your right shoulder, the child is gone.
I'm gonna turn to the edge of the boat and begin the process of attempting to jump.
So you're gonna try to jump into the water.
Yeah.
All right. So Arthur, you look down. It's several feet down to the water, and the waves they're rough, they're swirling. Being on the high seas, any man that would fall overboard here, unless they were rescued almost immediately, would surely not survive this ordeal. Most likely, the waves would bash you up against the keel of the ship, drag you under it. The barnacles there would probably rip and shred your skin to bits. Bloodied and probably half conscious, you would very quickly drown.
Without hesitation, I jump off the ship.
Arthur, you walk your way to the edge, and as you go to hop off, just quick hop, something grabs your arm, your wrist from behind, and holds you in place. Even as you go to move your feet, leave the ground, but are almost immediately stuck back to the hull of the ship.
I turn to face who grabbed me.
You turn around, and in your horror, you see a small child. Probably the one that was crying, a young boy, as I stated, no older than 7 or 8. Protruding from the side of his head is a large wooden fragment, shrapnel from a cannon blast. Jammed into the side of his head and sunk deep down piercing his face. His eye is split, his teeth mangled and gnarly. Blood seeps down from his lips as he holds on to you. Hello there, sir. Could you spare a coin for an orphan boy like myself?
Frozen. I can't even respond.
As you are unable to respond, the child almost pulls you away from the edge of the ship, Arthur, having far more weight and force than any child should have. Please, sir, can't you see? I need a doctor. Could you give a poor orphan boy a coin for the doctor?
I don't know if I have any on me. I'm gonna begin
As you are
like rummaging through my pockets.
As you are searching through your pockets, you go to reach for a back pocket or into a back satchel, and another hand grabs you.
I'm going to slowly turn to that one, realizing what's happening.
You turn to see a little girl, badly burned, her whole face and skin essentially black and charred and peeling. A wound that you would know from your time on the seas, seeing men possibly set on fire, would most definitely be fatal. Please, sir, we just need to go to the doctor. Could you give us a coin?
I don't have any, and I'm going to begin to try to shove her off.
Her grip is too strong. You're unable. As you fight with her, she continues to hold. The other boy has your other wrist as well. You're kind of held there. And you almost can begin to hear the low hummings and whispers of 10, 15, 20 children's voices. Please, sir, we just need a coin for the doctor. Someone bombed the orphanage. We just need a coin for the doctor. And slowly, as you look around you, Arthur, the mangled refuse of children, 15 or 20, each with different wounds, bloodied, broken, one who cannot even stand because he's missing a leg, are clawing their way towards you, grabbing onto a part of your body. Their hands burn like a hot iron.
Begin to scramble, just manic, trying to push, shove, anything, bite, anything I can do to get out of this.
The more you struggle, the more the hands grab you, beginning to encapsulate you within their small, tiny grasps, which you wouldn't expect to have any strength or power at all, but they seem to have more energy, more force than you've ever experienced in your life. In the front of the ship, a large wave strikes the bow. It jostles all of you, kicking the ship backwards as the wave almost seems to overtake the entire boat and knock it on its side straight into the sea. Arthur, you and the children topple into the waves. And there, the children, despite being underwater, all of you being underwater, you can still hear their voices. Please, sir, a coin for the doctor. A coin to save us. And they drag you down deeper and deeper into the murky black. Arthur, you awaken back in the Holy City, your friends surrounding you.
I will shoot awake, kind of like gasping for air, like scrambling around the room, trying to get out of the water or break an embrace that obviously you guys can't see. Just to bolt awake, like run straight for the door that Darby's at, like literally just take off.
So as Arthur shoots away, kind of everyone's been resting for this hour here, and he suddenly just pops up like nothing. Aster is kind of by him tending, his hands are flailing, flying. She's like, oh god, and just kind of flutters away before she gets smacked out of the way. Arthur, you probably get a bit of a backhand on her, and Aster goes fairy. And Aster goes fairy. Aster goes flying. And you immediately get on your feet and begin charging for the door.
My way.
Expect a violent awakening.
Well, I guess he's ready
up,
to go.
that's for sure.
Hopefully he didn't have any traumatizing dreams about being on a boat or anything. That'd be terrible.
Especially if it involved like 15 just absolutely decimated orphans. That'd be weird.
15 to 20 even would be
Yeah.
a worse range.
I mean, honestly, just one crying at the front of that ship would just be terrible. But
Arthur,
obviously, we don't know anything about his dream, so
I'll shout out after him. And Arthur, you right there?
I'm going to be hands on my knees, kind of bent over, panting in the next room, but I'm not going to respond to Darian. I'm just going to kind of like.
Arthur, you feel like this sense sickness in your stomach, almost like the urge to vomit.
Man, I guess getting so many concussions and going down all the time weighs on a guy. I'm gonna walk up
Yeah.
next to him, pat him on the shoulder, and be like, "It's all right, buddy. We got him on the next one."
All right, so Darian comes and comforts you, Arthur. What do you do?
I'm just going to stay in my position for a while, trying to bat whatever that was out of my mind and kind of reconstitute and pull myself together.
Well, I'll give you a second. Go back to the group. And,
One thing I will note for the group here, Prince Safar during the rest, he suddenly went pale, almost had this like sense of like lostness in his eyes, and he retreated into his ring and has not emerged. Sentinel, you're in possession of that ring right now.
Well, that's a capital doozy.
Must be
This
all the
happened
fighting.
probably about a half hour ago, so nothing super new, but I figured I would mention that before we get too far.
I'm sure all the fighting is probably getting to him. He's not used to it, right?
Probably.
Not used to actually having to kill something. So I'm sure he's having same feelings most people have when they first murder something. Oh
Murder?
God, I did this. Whatever will I do?
I feel like there's some choice words to use there, Darby, and I don't know if I would choose murder, but you know, neither here nor there.
I guess that's
Anyway,
true. Self-defense, you know.
now that we've overcome that encounter, as I motion to the pile of skeletons just chilling on the ground, we still got some stuff to do.
Yes, we do. We still gotta find Jayla and get our payment, which is the more important thing.
Alright.
I'm going to, while I'm
Well,
standing
Jayla.
in the other room, I'm gonna kind of like shake myself off and begin searching myself to see if I still have all my items, if I still have the whistle, and then the vial that I picked up earlier.
So Arthur, everything on you seems to be not misplaced at all. You have all your items there where you remember them. Nothing's been taken.
Okay, I'm gonna take off my gloves and kind of look at my hands. Same.
They are exactly the same.
Okay.
Even from where you were grabbed in your dream, you don't see any markings or anything that would indicate that someone actually was holding you.
I'm gonna slide my gloves back on, shake myself, and walk back into the room.
Okay.
Oh, gentlemen, I've and Astrid, sorry about that earlier. Wicked dream. I do have an idea. I need to thank you for saving me back there. Obviously, I got myself into quite the predicament here. Didn't expect to be attacked by 5 dead men, but when do I ever expect to be attacked? We have this whistle here, which appears to allow me to resuscitate somebody beyond, and we have this vial, which, if I'm not mistaken, might help grab some of that. Did anybody identify what the potion was coming out of the fountain last time?
It was
figured out
potion
what
of
it was.
fire breathing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it
Yep,
was.
I already
is
filled
the-
that vial up for you, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. So, I kind of have an idea that Meepo might enjoy.
We're gonna impersonate a dragon, aren't we?
We're not going to impersonate a dragon. We're going to resurrect his dragon.
You know,
Oh,
I'm sure Darian really appreciates that.
I
Wanna
am. Let's
help
go. Shut up, Darby. Your opinion doesn't matter in this
I mean,
situation.
what has he
We need
done
to go
for
help
us? All he
Meepo.
did is. I mean, I guess he did bring us to their leader.
And
Doesn't
show us the
follow.
kindness in his heart.
So I would like to, DM, make my way back to Meepo, if that is okay.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah,
going
you
with
guys
you.
can
Well,
you guys can
I'll
head back to
follow.
Meepo.
Yeah.
Sentinel,
Come on, Aster.
Sentinel, will you follow as well?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Sentinel went into the shadows for a moment.
So everyone makes their way back to Meepo in his Dranglin area where he has his dead dragon. Along the way, as you guys are walking, Aster kind of flies up to you, Arthur, and she's like, excuse me, Arthur.
Yes.
Is everything okay? I don't. Well, the first time we met, you woke up really, really like violent, and then you woke up really, really violent there, and like, is everything okay?
Well, take it from somebody who's had many, many near-death experiences. Coming back from basically running towards the light, not that easy. So just bear that in mind. It's a little rough.
Okay. One thing that fairies are good at, and I know I really talk a lot about what fairies aren't good at, because we're not really good at a lot of things. I mean, we're just kind of little fairies. But we're really good at channeling emotion. And I'm getting a really odd set from you. A lot of fear and anger.
Great. Keep that to yourself.
But,
Oh,
you know,
okay.
I feel like death will do that to a man.
Okay. I won't say anything. I hope you feel better.
Can I see if I heard that at all?
How quiet were you being, Arthur? Because
I
Aster
was,
isn't really
I was basically reprimanding her, so people can hear her say that. That's
yeah, I was
fine.
gonna say she wasn't really being quiet either about it. So I would
Yeah.
say the whole party, if you're traveling together, can.
I'll turn to her and say, I'm sorry for snapping, Astrid. I'm not one to wear my emotions on my sleeve, or I try not to. So if in the future I feel so led to discuss it with you, bring it up then. But now is not the time.
Yeah, well, we gotta find Jayla after all. I mean, she's got to be in here somewhere.
Bingo.
Yeah, the champion
All right, so-
of high water.
Yep. So after that little escapade and conversation, you guys make your way back to Meepo. Meepo's kind of moved the dragon
Lucy.
off to the side. Lucy, the dragon Lucy, off to the side, and he's probably looks like he's planning on burying it or cremating it. He's
Say,
got a bit
Meepo,
of
step away
Oh.
from the dragon.
What? Oh, there. Well, how's
I'm-
it going, guys?
I am going to take out Nightcaller, and I'm going to blow into Nightcaller, casting Raise Dead, I believe it is what it is.
I think it's animate dead.
I think you Animate Dead, and I'm going to cast Animate Dead on the dragon.
Okay, so you pull the whistle out, you give it a quick blow, Arthur, and the song is not like a whistle song. As you blow into it, it almost has this like low pitch, almost like a haunting-esque kind of sound. But within a second, there's a slight rumble over where the dragon's body is, and slowly the dog with the wood and fake scales attached to it kind of begins to lumber itself up. Well, I'll just go be honest here. Did you just bring my dragon back to life?
I did, and I believe something can't be called a dragon unless it can breathe fire, and I'm going to uncork the vial I have.
What are you talking about? It's a dragon. Of course it breathes fire. All dragons breathe fire. We just gotta know anything. He just looks
Of
at you,
course
Sentinel,
it
as he
does.
says that.
I'm going to motion for Lucy to come to me.
The creature, it doesn't really do much. Actually, no. Yes, it does. So as you motion for it, it kind of like looks at you, and to everyone, it's definitely still very dead, and it begins making its way over to you, Arthur. As if called like a dog.
I am going to attempt to feed it the breathed fire potion.
You do. It takes the potion without issue.
Awesome.
Whoa. What's that there you got?
I
Now
told
the
you.
Strangler around here.
It's a
and the
breathe fire
Strangler-
potion, Meepo.
Why would a dragon need that? It breathes fire already. You gotta leave it to the Drangler on these ones. Guys like you don't know dragons like Meepo does.
To you,
See,
Meepo,
Meepo.
she'd still be dead.
Nah,
Well-
Meepo, you see, it was just water with extra electrolytes. Come back from the dead, dehydrates you. She could breathe fire the whole time.
Give me a deception roll at
You just
advantage.
fed it
'cause
red
Meepo's an idiot.
Gatorade.
Thank God that was an advantage.
Hawaiian fudge.
Arthur's
19.
special juice.
Oh, well, I don't really know much about electrolytes, and all I know is that dragon is back alive, and I am just thankful for that. So
No, you're welcome.
come here, Lucy. Come to your Drangler.
I don't give her the command to come to Meepo.
It doesn't do anything. It just sits there. It just looks at you. Come
Oh.
on, Lucy. Come on, girl. Come on. We gotta wrangle you. We gotta drangle you.
This is
Come on.
She's coming with us, Meepo.
What do you mean Lucy's coming with you? Why?
Because she needs to help us free the other dragon.
Oh. Well, I guess that makes sense. I mean, yeah, okay. Hey, you can take her, but you gotta promise to bring her back, okay? If I lose Lucy and I lose Buddy, it's just not gonna be a good day for Meepo.
I promise to
This is
bring
heartbreaking.
Lucy back.
Oh, it's a big dog.
There's Lucy. 1
Wow.
second here. I am going to.
And if you
How do I
use
give
breathe
control?
fire like 1 time or something. Everyone that
3
plays it.
times.
Yep, 3 times. How do I give control of this token to you?
And it's a bonus action, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a bonus action.
It's so dope.
It is a single target though, and not a straight line. If I remember right. I think it's still in the chat. Yeah. Next to fire, add a target within 30 feet.
Good times.
All right, we will do this then. And this, children, is what's called keeping the dungeon master on his toes. All right, you should be able to move that now, guys. If someone wants to test out Lucy.
I cannot grab Lucy.
I also
I do love Lucy,
Oh, you know,
but I can't grab her.
you know what? I think I just put it in your journals and give you control of it.
That you did.
Yep, that's fine. Now give it a try.
Oh, hi.
Gorgeous.
All right, so you now have Lucy.
I have a die roll that can breathe fire for the next hour.
1 sec. I need to make sure
Yeah.
that what all this entails here. Ooh. Okay, so technically you can't bring it back to the dead from the dead
No, wait, what?
because it's a medium or a small creature, and these are dire wolves. That's a large creature.
I thought it was just a regular
However-
wolf. I'm sorry.
However, as your dungeon master,
Oh yeah, they are.
because I didn't know this before, I'm going to give this to you this one time.
Yeah, thank you.
Yay.
I will give you my inspiration that you gave me if I'll as a transaction if that works.
Payment is accepted.
All right, cool.
The inspiration
you.
to increase
As a heads up-
size.
As a heads up for everyone, so we're all painfully aware of what the spell does. So, on each of your turns, meaning Arthur's turn specifically, you can use a bonus action to mentally command any creature within this spell if the creature's within 60 feet of you. You decide the action the creature will take and where it will move on the next turn. Or you can issue a general command, such as to guard a particular chamber or corridor. If you issue no commands, the creature will only defend itself against hostile creatures. Once the order is given, the creature continues to follow it until the task is complete. The creature is under your control for 24 hours, after which it stops obeying any command you've given it. To maintain control of the creature for another 24 hours, you must cast a spell on the creature again in that 24-hour period. This spell reasserts your control over the creature you've animated with this spell, rather than animating another one. So
Cool.
you have Lucy for 2 hours, or 24 hours, excuse me.
Thank you.
And it can breathe
So
fire
does
for an
that
hour.
mean
What's up?
it stays alive? Like it's just
Yes, the spell does
forever
not say
alive
the creature
until
goes away.
Yes.
So once you lose control of it,
Just
it will
as you
become
lose
a mindless
control.
undead.
But I get Nightcaller can be then I can play it again right before the 24-hour ends or right on the 24-hour mark, and then it'll recontrol that same creature. I can respend
Right.
the Nightcaller to do it.
how many charges does Nightcaller have?
I believe Nightcaller can do it once a day. I believe.
No, I posted it in the chatty
Yeah.
chat. Let's see here.
Once every 24 hours, you can blow the whistle to reassert control over 1 or 2 creatures you animated.
So I can use it to animate dead once every 7 days, but I can blow the whistle to reassert control over a creature once within 24 hours.
Pretty sweet.
Yep.
Cool item.
Which is really cool.
Nice.
It's a really nice item, yeah.
And just to double check, Eric, you've marked an attunement slot off on your D&D Beyond sheet for that, right?
I will do that now.
Because it has to be attuned to it, which you could do during your short rest. So, even though you were knocked out for it, but I'll just assume you did it.
Thank you. Where is
All right.
the attunement slot?
It'll
Sorry.
be under your inventory. If you go to
Yeah, I can
equipment,
just-
you can then, I believe, go to the attunement section, and then you can choose an item that'll say you can attune to you.
Yes.
All right, you now have a fire-breathing dragon on your side. Undead dragon on your side.
Dragon. Just for the
So
sake
our-
of making sure it's on, because I'm sure I probably still have like 4 hours, but I'll just drop and then recast Mage Armor to give me 8 hours.
Okay. That's fine. Also,
Which is
too,
pretty much all I'm going to be doing in Dungeon.
Eric, as a reminder for Lucy, she will go on your turn as a bonus action, and that also means any kills that Lucy makes will go on your kill count.
Yes, I'm going to add it to your kill count.
That's
Beautiful.
awesome.
Which,
All right,
as a reminder for anyone in the chat, I will post them. Keep going.
everyone.
Thing works.
We're going to do new exploration initiative. So everyone, give me a d20 roll and tell me what your numbers are.
Ooh. Ooh.
No modifiers, just straight d20 roll.
11.
Oh, 5.
And anyone beat 11?
16.
So I got 16 for Sentinel, 11 for Darian. What'd you get, Darby?
4.
Oh, so then Arthur
Have to go before me.
and then Darby. All right, cool beans. All right, so you guys are in the Dragon Pen chamber with Meepo, who seems a little distraught you're taking Lucy, but if it means you're going to bring Buddy back, then he's probably okay with it. I mean, he doesn't really have a choice.
Yeah, I mean, we could kill him on the spot easily. That'd fight us. So.
Whoa.
I mean, that's just a thing that could happen. I'm not saying we will. I'm saying we
Hey.
could.
Keep it to yourself.
I
Let's
did.
proceed.
Like I said it directly in front of Meepo's face. That'd be weird.
You're rude.
That'd be very
Alright,
rude.
well, I'm ready to keep going.
Same.
All right. So you guys want to head back up to
Oh, 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 God. There you go.
You're gonna head back up to the door here. Oh, Sentinel's already there, ready and raring to go.
I'm moving up.
So Sentinel, your exploration move is just to go through this door into this long hallway room then. Which is
Yeah.
kind of what you did before Arthur
Arthur decided
Did
to
all-
Arthur
die.
yeah.
decided to do something
Hold
else.
it, Arthur.
Yeah.
To
So-
get sweet items and then make everybody suffer the consequence.
Yep, so there is a door.
Oh yeah, you suffered the consequences, all right.
Hey, we had to clean up after you.
Oh,
While
I
I'm
forgot
in
to
this
ask.
room, I am going to fill up my flask again with the
Free fire.
fire potion.
All right, one sec. I gotta get Aster to you guys. I have control over her, so I forgot I have to move her.
It's
Aster,
fairy wings keep her
Clap those
behind.
little fairy wings of yours.
Yeah.
All right.
But,
So
we can't wait for you the
Sentinel,
whole time.
does everyone else follow Sentinel into the room real quick, or are
I'll
you guys
follow
staying
him
out
the
here?
whole way, but I'm staying kind of in the back.
Aster does.
Does Arthur follow?
Arthur, will you follow Sentinel in as well?
So I will. Sorry.
Okay.
You're fine. And Lucy will go right here.
Yeah.
So this section of hallway contains 6 doors, all slightly ajar. The area smells musty. So you've got these 6 doors down this hall here, and then you've also got this door to the west. The east.
The east.
The wikis.
So Sentinel, because you just went through the door, I will let you continue your exploration. What would you like to do?
Well, to the west has been lots of hobbling, so I probably would head north.
All right. So as
yeah, go ahead.
Yep, as you are walking by these, you actually see that there's cells. Each cell contains a rat nest, and in one of the cells, there's actually a rat scurrying at just some junk on the ground. It seems to be fishing through it looking for food. It's quite bloated and a bit greasy and gross looking, but he's a big fat gross rat.
What
Nice.
happened to Remy?
Or Remy.
Or Remy.
The restaurant must have shut down.
Yeah, when he lost, they got a bad
Yeah,
review.
the health inspector
And-
came in and saw the rats and went, no.
So again, more cells. These are all like barred cell doors, all empty except for the rat nests. And as
Okay.
Sentinel is moving up, if you guys would like to, you may continue to follow him. Aster's going to. She's like, wait for me, Sentinel.
Well, hold stay near the back still.
So as you guys begin passing, this rat does notice you, and it kind of looks up and looks over, and is like, and then goes right back to doing its rat thing of like burrowing and looking for food.
Well,
And you know what? I'll just go ahead and reveal the entire area here. All right.
I love
Oh.
that.
And I actually don't even need these to be hidden from you because they are seen.
Oh.
So before you is another room. You can see you can see another fountain, almost identical to the fountain from the one room that had the fire breathing potion in it. Dragon head and everything. However, you see two what appears to be trap doors, both of which have been sprung and reset. But when they were reset, it looks like someone jammed something in them to prevent them from dropping ever again. Both of these have had that happen to them.
So they're safe to step on?
Yes. Well, you don't know, but I just told you, so yes.
Well, I'm assuming they appear to be safe to be stepped on. Sorry.
Yes, it looks like so if the mechanism like goes down like this, and the hinges or the mechanisms on the side, someone has taken what looks like thieves' tools, and you can very clearly see it from this first one, and just jammed it in there to kind of like hold it from dropping.
I don't know. It seems like we're going in the right way.
So Darian, we will move to you for exploration now.
All right. So you said there was another fountain here that looked like.
There is another fountain. Looks identical to the other fountain.
The other fountain did some weird stuff after we read something, right?
Yes.
Is there any writing on the wall?
Draconic.
How many before this is anyone going into this room here with Darian or no? Is it just Darian?
I'll stay
Sure.
on the other side of the trapdoor.
Okay, so Sentinel comes in. Aster will come in too. Arthur, what are you doing? You're just chilling down here.
I'm gonna stand up with Darby.
Okay, so you guys are just on the other side there. So Darian, would you like to look for writing?
Yes.
Okay. I won't make you roll for it because the first place you'll probably check will be where Sentinel found the words. And once again, it is written in Draconic.
Does it look like the same writing as before?
It is different.
If only our friend who could comprehend languages wasn't hiding in his ring.
I know.
I'm gonna like
can hear
peck
us from
at the
here.
ring a couple times.
There is no
knocking
response
on the
from-
door.
Hmm.
Uh,
Well,
Sorry, boys, I don't speak Draconic.
no, I don't either.
Not me.
I should do some fairy shit. Make that make sense.
Yeah,
Um,
Aster, do
I
you
don't-
speak Draconic?
No, I speak the Vanatirian language, and then I speak Sylvan, like all fairies do.
I can speak Sylvan. that's
I
fine.
did know a fairy though that learned a lot of different languages. He was quite the scholar.
Ooh,
Well,
Where is
Offered
he?
to take me to
Yeah.
dinner. He didn't show up either.
Well, he's not here, so
Hmm.
it doesn't really help us.
It doesn't.
It happens to us all.
It is the worst.
Well, I'm sure this fountain wouldn't prout anything useful
Well,
ever.
Does our
Oh.
dragon here speak Draconic? We'll just
It-
glance at the dice.
No, it is about as lifeless can get.
I'm gonna look
It's
down.
literally
and
just
see.
standing behind Arthur, just with this dumb dead stare. It's just like, ugh.
I'm gonna look down at Lucy and I'm gonna say, "Read that."
It just
Okay, so it's gonna go forward. It just steps into the fountain and just puts its head against it, and then just doesn't do anything.
Perfect.
Alright, well,
Good dog. Good
that's
dragon.
great.
Well, that sucks. Yeah, come back to it later.
Yeah,
I think we gotta check out the door now.
All right, so there's a door to your west.
there's one up here, there's
Hello.
one way down.
There's also a door down here.
Yep. So
Maybe
there's a door in the southwest, and then there's obviously this northwest door.
There's a little
gonna
weird.
do
There's a
this
bunch of rats
northwest
and
door.
cells, but
Can I like
Oh,
peer
I
through it
missed
at
one.
all, or?
Yep. So if you open the door, I will reveal to you.
ah, no rats.
So, an oppressive smell. I can't read. Oppressive smell suffuses the air, rising from chewed carcasses of cave rats. smaller vermin, and a few small humanoid-looking creatures. The bodies lie upon a floor of filth, old bones, and hair, and fur that combine to make a particularly large and vile nest. There are 3 large rats that are kind of just eating the dead carcasses that are around. But in the center of the nest, and you can kind of see like its body is fat, pus-filled, its ear is partially broken off, its eye is stabbed and just crinkled, is a rat that doubles the size of the other ones. And it just appears to be this massive just pus and disease. But it is still alive.
I'm just gonna. There's nothing else in the room of note.
Just the nests.
Gonna close the door and tell the group that that's fucking nasty and start walking away.
All right. Arthur, I will let you take the next exploration initiative.
All right, I will trudge down to this door with Lucy at my side,
Okay.
and
Everyone,
I
like,
will
follow you.
slowly open this door.
Give me a
Try and
stealth
appearance
check.
Yeah, of course.
I should have made Darian give me a stealth check, but I didn't.
25.
Cool. You open it very silently. It's empty.
Nice. I will let everyone know that it's empty. And
Yep.
I
So this
will,
is just an empty chamber. Is home to rat droppings and crumbled flagstone and stains.
I will enter
Poopy.
with Lucy by my side.
All right. Yep. So nothing too crazy in this room. Aster will flutter her fairiness in there. Oh my God! Why do all these rooms smell so awful? What happened to this place? Where's the house cleaning crew?
Yeah, probably dead.
Yeah.
That's so sad. You think they're frozen out there with all those other people?
You
I wonder
know-
what it's like to be a crystal person.
I was just thinking that they might actually not be dead. They might be crystallized outside.
Are we
Oh,
sure
to
those
God-
people
I
aren't
hope to
dead?
God, I was gonna say, I hope to
Oh.
God those people are dead, Darby.
I guess that's true. You don't want to be stuck in eternal purgatory inside of a crystal. That'd be
Well,
weird.
I wouldn't
as
like
I
that
look
at all.
over to Prince Sepharin's ring. Anyways,
Arthur, I will let you continue on since you just opened the door.
very uneventful. Though.
You're letting me carry on? I thought you said Darby.
Yes.
Oh, you're letting me carry on.
No,
Okay.
Yep. Continue on, Arthur. You just opened the
Yeah,
one door.
I will attempt to open this door as well. Want another
Give
stealth
me a
check?
stealth check. Yep.
That is dirty 20.
Nice.
All right.
It's all. Ooh.
ooh,
So,
Wonderful.
The
Shitty
10-foot
hobbling.
wide hall is liberally strewn with sharp caltrips. On the northern wall, passage to the room beyond is partially blocked by a roughly mortared 3-foot high wall, complete with crentilines. So kind of there's just this half wall here, and these goblins are hoblings are kind of on top there. Bows at the not at the ready, but like they have their bows up in case an intruder were to come through. They don't see you, Arthur, as you kind of peer around the door real quick.
All right, I'm gonna go put up the number 2. Let them know there's 2 people out there. Kind of silently motion Lucy off to the side and let them know that they're in range.
Aster is gonna look back to you, Darby, and go, "Does he have to go number 2?"
No, Aster, that's saying that there's 2 people. 2 enemies
Oh!
in the room.
God,
They
you
are
guys have such a
ranged
cool
enemies.
system of doing things. I gotta remember this. So 2 is 2 enemies. Okay.
So why
All
don't
right.
we send Lucy? And I mean, well, actually, wait, never mind. Different tribe.
Well,
Well, we could just send Lucy in. I mean,
do they look like the tribe of hoblings that definitely ain't
Do they
having
look like
anybody's shit?
Hobblings, or that's a good point. Did they look like deep hobblings, or they look like?
No, they
just like
look like the hoblings that you fought.
Okay.
Where there was like 14 of them.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of let Darby and then Darian know, because I know they're both ranged fighters. Kind of show them that I'm going to hold the door. Does the door swing into the chamber we're in,
Swings
or
in.
it
Yes, it swings in
swings into the chamber that we're in then?
into the other chamber. Into
Okay.
the
So
chamber
what I'm going
with
to do is I'm going to put my hand on the door and basically let them know, like letting them know that I'm going to fling the door open for them to like shoot long range when they're ready.
Okay. I am going to have everyone roll me initiative right now.
But also,
Next
Right,
initiative,
regular
boys.
battle initiative, right?
This is regular battle initiative.
combat
Alright.
initiative. I need to learn how to use addition. I've learned how to use addition. All good. 1 + 1 is 2.
Wow. Aster actually rolled really bad.
Yeah,
Like a
Bastard.
first.
How useful is she though?
Wow.
Hey,
She
fairy
gives us the
inspiration
treat.
can be very
Yeah.
useful if you
Yes,
use
it
it
can be.
properly.
If we use it, the problem is we've never used it.
But whose fault is that? That's not Astrid's fault. She's
No.
providing it.
I mean, we don't need
All
it
right.
as the thing. We haven't needed to use it.
So,
Everything's just kind of indicated
Darian,
way
you are
people
the
around.
first on this little order list here.
Okay.
I will say these hoblings do have cover.
Yeah, I assume they had like half or 3/4.
Give me a survival check,
Me?
Darby.
Oh.
Darby.
I am not great at these. My wisdom is kind of bad, but that is a 13.
Okay. So based on what Arthur told you, then yes, you would think that they do have roughly half cover.
All right.
So Darian, you get to go.
And the
I'm
door
not
is
going to
not
have-
flung open yet. It'll fling up
Yeah.
on my turn. So if you want to like hold an action to when
When the
I
door
open the
flings.
door, you can do
Yeah,
that.
I'm going to hold an action, but I'm not going to hold it for when he opens the door. I'm going to hold it until they make an aggressive move towards us.
Okay.
And I'm just going to be chilling probably right about here where I know I would be able to see them
Okay.
if the door were to open.
Darby, is that your? Or I'm sorry, Darian, is that your turn?
Yep.
Darby, you're next then.
Okay. Is this square part of the door,
Y-
or would I be like halfway behind the
Yes.
door?
yeah, it technically is.
Okay, then I will move the 25 feet to here, kind of prop myself up against where the door is, and prepare an action. You have my card ready to go to throw it at the one on the right, since I'll be able to see him.
All right. Anything else for you, Darby?
That'll be it. I got my Eldritch Blast prepped and ready to go. Ace
Sentinel,
of
you're
Spades
up.
in hand.
I will hang out behind Mr. Arthur over
Okay.
here.
Short rest. I gotta mark that so I get my spell slot back.
All right. Anything else for you, Sentinel?
That's it.
All right. Arthur, it is your turn.
All right, I'm gonna look at Darby, give him a nod, and fling the door open.
Okay. So you're just throwing the door open then.
Yeah. So what I'm doing is I'm putting my back up against the wall that I'm at, just
Okay.
reaching my arm out like this, and then flinging the door like that against with one hand. So that way I'm not like standing in the doorway completely exposed.
Sure. So you fling the door open. It does immediately alert the goblins, losing a chance for a surprise round. But Darby, you may take your reaction then.
I will take my reaction. For a, I'd say, dirty 20?
That will
dirty
definitely
20.
hit. Yep, dirty 20 will definitely hit.
And that is 13 force damage. The one on the right.
And how would you like to kill him?
Ooh, that's fun. We don't have goblins on the count yet. I get the first hobbling.
These
They're
are
not
still
goblins, they're
hoblings.
hoblings.
Yes.
They're
They're still
hoblins.
hoblings.
We don't have hoblings on the count yet. Is more so what I meant to say.
We haven't
There you
killed
go.
a single hoblin.
We have not killed a single
You guys,
hobbling.
the first big party from episode 2, you guys like scared away, and then
Yeah.
you befriended the other ones.
That's right.
So obviously I have the card ready to go. I see the door fling open. I just like turn over the wall and I just chuck it right in between the eyes vertically, hitting him in the brain and shutting it down.
All right, so the card just juts from the hobbling's head, and it just bursts, and you just see its head go pop, and it just topples over backwards and dies.
But I'll obviously nestle back up into the corner.
All right, so the other one immediately sees his buddy go down, panics real quick. So Darby, you're up against the wall. Arthur, you're up against the wall, and Sentinel's up against the wall. So the only one he can feasibly see is Darian, so he's going to take a shot at you, Darian. The question is, actually, can he reach you?
Oh.
Ooh, this will be really interesting. Can he reach? Just
Maybe.
barely without
Man.
getting disadvantage.
Nice.
Darian will get his reaction. After,
You will.
since they are taking an aggressive action towards you.
That is going to be 15 to hit.
That'll do it.
All right, and
That's
you are
not a
going to
bigger
take
AC, huh?
three piercing damage as it
Oh.
looses an arrow. It sails across through the open door, hits you in the thick part of the leg, maybe just grazes it a little bit, Darian. But you take 3 points of piercing,
Takes an arrow to the
Ew.
knee.
and then you may immediately take your reaction.
All right.
Don't let that arrow to the knee stop you from hitting them.
That'll be. Oh wow, I have a +7 to hit. That's awesome. 21.
Oh,
That will
geez.
definitely hit him.
That might be 2 on the count, huh?
And that'll do 10 points of damage.
How would you like to kill him?
Yep.
Nice.
Don't remember the
Oh
help.
well.
Return to sender, baby.
Yeah, I'll just pull the arrow out of me and I'll put it in my. No, I'm just kidding. I'll have that arrow readied, and pretty much within like the same second that he lets his arrow loose, I let mine loose. Obviously focused on the
They
shot.
sail right past
Yeah.
each other.
They
like
sail right
Slow
past each
motion
other, and I
camera
get
does the
hit.
360
To
spin.
the
Yes.
wind. Out to the night.
Exactly.
That's
And
awesome.
it strikes the hobbling right in the chest, piercing his heart, and he kind of and then he falls and actually falls over the wall and lands himself right here.
Nice.
I'm just gonna kind of take a deep breath and sigh a little bit, and then I don't know if I still got a piece of arrow in me, but I'm taking that bad boy out.
Okay, so you pluck the arrow piece from you and toss it to the side. Very crude hobbling arrow. They're not well made.
Didn't expect him to be.
Wow, guys, what a show! Guys, this is so exciting.
I should do something
So
like that
you
more
mentioned that
often, huh?
there's a bunch of caltrops all over the floor in the next
Yeah, there's
area,
about
right?
300 of them scattered from here all the way to the wall.
A nice try.
Darian, give
Yeah.
me a survival roll since you were probably the one who's used these before.
Anybody got a magnet?
I mean, Darby might have at one
12.
point. The barbarian will probably feel a little bit more his style.
I got a 12.
A 12. So you know, Darian, that caltrips are something you can use to slow your opponent down if you do not move through them carefully.
That sounds useful, and I would like to gather as many as I can after we enter the room, of course.
Okay, to gather them up, all up, and they're small. They're not. I mean, they're not super.
Wow.
It'll take you about 10 minutes to kind of gather up all these caltrops if everyone helps you. It'll take about triple the amount of time if it's just you.
If anybody helps, for sure. If not, I will settle for not gathering them all up and gather as many
Okay.
as I can myself. But what I want to do is I have a blanket on me. I want to kind of like tie the blanket up and put the caltrops in there with almost like not a slip knot, but something where I like pull it and then.
They'll come scattering out.
Yeah.
Is anyone assisting, or Darian? Do you ask for any assistance or no?
Yeah. When we go in there, I'll start picking them up and kind of motion whoever's by. Probably Darby and Arthur. I feel like our boy Sentinel's super curious about what's going on in here. I don't know if he would hang out. Plus, he doesn't really have hands. But if anyone would like to help me out, I think this will come in handy in a little bit.
I will begin helping him.
Alright,
Okay.
I suppose I'll help as well.
I'll
Okay.
keep Lucy
And-
out of the area so she's not just running over caltrops mindlessly.
So Aster is helping too. She's picking up like 3 or 4 of them at a time.
Thanks, Aster.
Sentinel, are you helping as well?
Yeah, I kick a couple towards Darian.
Okay. So with everyone's help, Darian, you're able to gather these in about 10 minutes, roughly. You have 300 caltrops.
Hot diggity
I think
damn.
is 3
It's
sets?
suck if you run on them.
A
I
set
will
is
let you know.
a set is 20, so
Oh, really?
I have
Oh, dang, that's a lot of them.
Yeah.
You have a
Basically,
lot.
I have
They-
15 sets of caltrops.
I
They
was thinking of
are.
ball
If,
bearings,
if
then.
you're running,
yeah.
say if you're running through an area and you step on a caltrop, ooh, Nelly.
Oh, I'm
Oh.
sorry. It's 200 caltrops, not 300
Oh.
caltrops.
So it's 10
Wanted to
Well, I-
double check that.
There's still
That is-
10
Yeah,
sets.
10 instead of
so
15,
much
still a
cal-
lot. That's more than...
That's 20 pounds of caltrops, guys.
Jeez. Ball bearings are sets of 1,000.
I
We will jump
really
to
wanted to make
Darby
sure
then
nobody-
as our for our exploration.
So we picked up all the caltrops.
Yep.
I mean, I'll quickly pat the hobblings, make sure they don't have anything on them. I assume they don't have anything worth any value.
You find 4 silver on the one, and the other one you find 3 silver.
I'm taking it.
The wall is very easily like hopped over to. You kind of
Can
just
we
grab it.
followed
push.
him there? Can I? Or will we buy him when he does this or no?
I mean, if you want to follow him in the room, yeah, you
Yeah.
can.
So I'm gonna kind of eye him while he's grabbing the coins. See what he does with them. I'm not gonna say anything to him. I just want to.
Do I notice Arthur eyeing me?
I mean,
am,
everyone's
like,
kind of
I'm
around
like
you.
staring you. Like I'm intentionally just dead eyeing you.
Wait, I've seen him do this before. I want to see if I see it again.
I mean, I pick up 7 silver.
Lucy's gonna kind of like slow growl in your general direction.
I'll just kind of
Slow
glance
dead
back
growl.
at the party, see both Darian and Arthur just intently staring at me.
I'm not intently staring. It's
Oh,
become.
Arthur's
I'm just
intently
used to it
staring
at
at
this
me.
point.
Yeah, you're
Uh,
being noticed, Darby, that they're picking this stuff up. Sentinel, do you notice?
Are you paying attention, really?
Nope, not at all.
Alright. Then
So
Sentinel and
that's what I
Arthur are
noticed.
having a conversation about what caltrops are used for.
Yep.
I'll pass 3 of the silver over to Arthur.
And he will pocket them.
Darian, what do you do?
Not a thing. I just see it happen. I kind of nod. I'm like, it's about right.
I see you, Booze.
Look, man, it's finders keepers, all right.
All right, so you can
He's
get a
got
better
the,
look.
he's got the
That's
dragon
what they-
on his side.
So they ain't gonna use them.
Exactly.
That's true. So you guys get a better look on the other side of this wall too. So, the filth on the floor, stains on the wall, shabby hides, and fire pit attest to years of use. This room is seen at the hands of creatures like these hobblings. On the eastern side of the southern wall is a crudely mortared half wall. It's just a wall description again.
And then I'll
Is the fire? You said there's a fire pit. Is there a fire in it?
No, it has not been running for. It looks like a day.
Okay, good.
I will hop the wall, and I will stealthily try to peer into the room ahead.
Give me a stealth check.
With my modifier, that is a 21.
You stealthily open the door to reveal a long, empty hallway.
Nice. I love long, empty hallways. They're my favorite. Then I guess I will hop it. This is a very narrow hallway.
Yes, this hallway is incredibly narrow. It's technically 2 squares, but how I drew this, it didn't really come out that way. So you can
Yeah.
stand in these squares here if you really want to.
I was like, is
You'll be
Lucy gonna
partial.
fit?
She can squeeze.
She's 2 squares
Lucy
wide, so
should- yeah, Lucy
Yeah,
should fit. I'll reveal a little more of this.
It's
for you
meant to be
guys so
2
you're
squares
good.
wide, though. She should be fine.
Yeah.
She might have,
Yeah,
her cardboard might scrape against the wall a little bit, but it's okay.
yeah. All the
I will-
refuse in her body will help lubricate her shoulders as she glides through the hallway.
I'll head up to the corner and kind of plant myself up against the wall and peer around.
Okay, does anyone follow Darby?
Oh,
I will.
Okay.
Like,
then no, are you following?
I'm
Yep,
following.
Sentinel moved.
All right,
Big
then
bird.
I'm just asking because I'm gonna take up the rear then.
Okay. So you peer around, Darby, and you see dozens of blunted and broken arrows lie on the cracked cobblestone floor, and a few protrude from 3 crudely sewn, human-sized targets hung along the center of the south wall. The northern third of the room is separated from the south by a crudely mortared and crenellated half wall. A permutated camp of sorts lies north of the wall, complete with a fire ring and several small iron cookpots. 3 goblins sit around the cookpots, bows in hand, chattering to themselves drunkenly.
I assume you meant hobblings.
Hobblings, excuse me.
Just want to make sure we're not changing up enemies and we got into
No.
the wrong territory or something.
Nope, I can't get my own peeps right, my own lore.
No worries, you're good.
So, assuming they can maybe hear it, even if not, I'll motion 3 and bow and arrow to the party.
So immediately after doing the 3, Aster looks to you, Arthur, and goes, "Does that mean there's 3 guys there?" I
No, it means he
figured
has
it
to
out.
go
I figured
number
it out,
3.
guys. She just starts excitedly shouting.
Oh, she's shouting. Excellent.
Remember the
Oh,
thing
I
about
try to
being
shush her immediately.
Shh, that's right. I forgot. I'm sorry.
Unless you want to be their dinner.
I'm
Quiet.
very bony. I don't think they would like eating me too much.
I don't
I
think
think they're
Fairies
so
are
deprived
very,
of-
very bony.
I don't think they care.
Would you eat a fairy, Arthur?
Depends on how hungry I was.
That's mean. You know what? I'd eat a fairy too if I was really hungry. Also,
Wow.
it's kind of weird, but all right.
Yeah.
We'll bump
Hey.
up to
I
Sentinel.
love how Sentinel's like, yeah, that's weird.
that's weird.
It's weird eating chicken, isn't it, Sentinel?
The massive chicken thinks it's weird to eat a fairy.
Sentinel eating chicken
Yep.
nuggets all the time.
Yeah. I'd like a
Dinosaur
pack of 12
chicken
chicken
nuggets.
nuggets.
Yeah.
All right, Sentinel,
As
your
long as they're
exploration
dinosaur
is up.
style. All right.
Dinosaur nuggets.
Well then, I am going to. So he told us 3. I'm
Yep,
going
there's
to.
3.
Do I guess I know that they're like drunk and kind of not really paying attention.
Darby, would you communicate that they seem to be pretty drunk?
Yeah, I would say that they're probably.
I'm it out.
Yeah, they're sitting. They're
How do
sitting by
you
the
how do you
fire.
sign that to us?
He's miming it.
Yeah, miming it. Just
There you go.
there you go. Drunk.
Give you more of a description, Darby, and probably Sentinel too. If you look around, they're kind of sitting around this cook pot here. Their bows are in their hand. One's like arm is like half over the wall. It's got like a wine skin that's like tattered and beat up, and it's just slinking back this like nasty looking wine that's like dripping down its face. They're hiccuping, they're burping, they're farting, they're laughing. They don't have a care in the world right now. They had arrow practice duty. When you have arrow practice duty, it's get crunk duty.
But they're like behind a wall, and there's some doors that they're like guarding, right?
Yep, half wall identical to the wall you saw in the caltrop room. There is a door to your west, and then there's a southern door to your west, a northern door to your west, and then a door to the north. And then there's these drunk ass hobblings just
In
chilling,
the woods.
drinking.
Have a
You can
good
kind of
time.
see on the southern wall, there's like they said, there's the human shaped like bags that they've made, and they have just a couple arrows, but most of them have bounced off the wall and broke. They're scattered all over the floor. One's like stuck up in the corner of the ceiling, and you're like, how the heck did it get up there?
All right. Well then, I'm going to like try to stealthily like walk along this wall, and if they like look at me, I'm gonna like pretend that I'm one of like the targets on
Give me a
the wall
stealth
there.
roll first.
That's fantastic.
That is a nat 20.
Oh,
What's your mod in stealth?
It's probably just like a +1. It may even be a -1. It's a +2.
Oh,
Nice.
So 22.
So Sentinel, you begin making your way along the wall here, and the hobblings are just laughing, and like one kind of looks over where you are and just immediately looks back to his friends, and they continue conversing about hobbling women. That's what they're talking about, hobbling women, and just how fine them hobblings are back at the home, and that there's a particular lady that one of them has his eye on, and he's gonna ask her out, and all of his buddies are like, yeah, man, you gotta get on that shit. You gotta ask her out. And he's like, I don't know, man. I don't know if I can ask her out. I don't know. They're like, stop being a pussy, ask her out. That kind of conversation.
Gotcha. So then I will walk up to this door, and
Brendan, I hope I don't get your Twitch channel in trouble for saying
Oh
that.
no, it's fine. That's
Okay.
probably fine.
Probably
Maybe.
fine.
He gets
I don't know.
He gets an email in the mail or in his inbox tomorrow. It's like banned. No, I'm kidding. All right, so Sentinel, you decide to open this door here.
Yep.
Banhammer. Where are you going?
He's going off
I
on a
don't-
solo adventure. Oh, hi.
Wait a
Yep,
minute.
so
Those are deep hobblings.
you
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 found
find-
Jayla!
you find Squalor Squalor
great.
reigns in this low-ceilinged
How did
room.
this
A
even
large
happen,
iron
man?
spike is driven into the floor near the door, and a small iron cage is set farther back, containing 3 deep hobblings. Several sets of corroded manacles are connected to the walls, and some still bind a few crumbling skeletons. In one of them, on the southern wall, is a human woman with white hair.
No,
Did you just throw the door open, Sentinel, or did you sneak in?
I mean, we've been sneaking, so I would continue to do what
Give
our
me
party
a
has been doing.
stealth. Give me a stealth roll for that.
That's much worse than what I did before. That's a 7.
Okay, so immediately you kind of poke your head in, and these deep hobblings and the woman, they kind of all look at the door. They just see your giant chicken head like staring through the crack, and the hobblings are just like they just start screaming, and the woman just looks at them and is like, "Oh, would you pipe down already? For the love of the goddess, so annoying."
I guess I'll step in and go like, I am Sentinel. I am here to look for a woman named Jayla. Are you she?
Okay, so real quick, Sentinels, you managed to step in as they were screaming. These other hobblings, they stop their conversation, and they're just like, "Hey, did you hear that down over there? Yeah, the other hobblings are screaming. Ah, I'll drink to that," and they go back to drinking and ignore it.
Yes.
So Sentinel, you enter, you introduce yourself, and the woman, she can stand, even though her feet are shackled, and she's like, "You said you're looking for a Jayla."
That is correct.
She is me.
She is you.
And you appear to be a guardian fowl, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I am he.
Huh.
Me.
Yeah, you're only the second guardian fowl I've seen before. So this is kind of a treat, I'm not gonna lie.
You've met another guardian fowl?
Yeah, I've got some friends back in Highwater. One lives there. I'll just leave it at that for right now.
I've never met another guardian fowl. It seems like
Really?
everybody around here has always seen another guardian.
Well, I mean, from my understanding and what she says there, you're not the most forthcoming of group, and there aren't that many of you either, so I can kind of understand. But, our friend in Highwater, she likes to make herself known through song and story and just generally being very loud.
Well, hopefully I'll get to meet her one day.
Oh, most definitely. So, you're my cavalry. A giant chicken is the cavalry that has come to rescue the champion.
Yes,
How did you know I was here in the first place?
your friend Aster had found us over in
Bridgetown.
what is it? Bridgetown.
Yeah, Bridgetown.
Aster flew all the way to Bridgetown to get help?
Yeah, she said it took her a while. And
Yeah,
she
there's
wasn't
like
quite...
a lot of smaller towns in between Bridgetown and here that she could have stopped at. I would also like to point out too. Well, first let me ask this: what did she tell you?
that you guys fell down into like a pit, and that you needed help, but also that it's been a while since you were in there, and so she didn't know whether or not you were still around, but hoped you were.
Yeah, so I'm assuming she means the pit right at the entrance to the city, the trap that they had, when this was like a functioning place and all of that stuff.
Yep. And she
Yeah,
said
so-
she went to go look for help.
Yeah, so I did fall in that pit, and Aster, bless her little heart. She just took off before I could tell her not to, and I climbed myself out.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
It didn't seem like it was that deep of a pit.
10 feet.
That
I've fallen in worse. I've been in worse before.
I would imagine our champion. You could handle yourself a little bit, and it
Well,
seems like you have.
I for the most part, the hoblings to the south are much friendlier than the hoblings here to the north are. They've drawn the leadership of a hobgoblin, you must understand, by the name of Dernbark. Much meaner, much more warman-like than most hobbling leaders are. He didn't much like the fact that I was asking questions about how to get to the basement of this place, and well, a girl like myself isn't about to single-handedly face down an army of hoblings. So I opted to end up here, where I've been trying to break out of these shackles for the last about 2.5 days. I'm actually making great headway on them, but they've started putting a patrol in here, and it's getting a little more difficult. So actually, I'm really glad you're here right now.
Are these friend or foe?
Oh, these guys here. I don't know their names. I've tried talking to them, but they don't really talk a whole lot. They're from the Deep Hobbling tribe to the south. I think they're just afraid of me. And she just kind of looks at one of them and just goes, blah. And the Hobbling just is like, they're.
Well,
I think that the imprisonment has driven them a little loco.
gotcha. Well, I have, some friends here, and your friend is here. I'm pretty sure I could, let them know, and we can get you out of here.
Oh, perfect. I was hoping that Aster would be here, because I need to wallop her in the head once or twice for leaving me in a pit. Which, speaking of which, here, because obviously this is a very important NPC, there's Jayla.
Awesome.
Oh,
That's so cool.
nice.
You got cool armor.
Love the little braid.
She's dope.
Yeah. That's a champion.
Yep, so there is your champion of Highwater. So, Sentinel, as you're conversing here with Jayla, we will jump back to the other party real quick, and we'll go with Arthur for his exploration right now. So, Darby, this whole time, you've actually seen Sentinel go off. He snuck along the wall and entered the room there and hasn't come out yet. You did hear the hobbling screams, though.
I will turn, look over to everyone, and just literally say to them, so, our giant chicken just went into a room, somehow getting past those 3 drunk hoblings without being noticed. I don't know how. And there were screams in there from more hobbling-like voices. So he might be in trouble. He might not. I don't know.
Have faith in our guardian fowl, Darby.
I mean, I'm not saying that there's not faith to be had, but the last time we heard about, some hobblings, there were like 30 of them in a room. And, I don't know if you can handle that.
Darby, more like pessimistic as fuck, B. Alright, let's move on here, guys.
I think you should learn sarcasm a little bit better. You don't seem to be very great at
Hey, Ethan laughed, okay? That's all that matters.
True that. True that.
it.
Is this it's my turn, right? For
Yes,
exploration.
it's
you said?
technically your turn for exploration.
All right, so I'm going to tell Lucy to stay here, and I am going to attempt to do the same thing that Mr. Sentinel did, and I'm going to kind of stealth along this wall and try and get to the door that he went into.
Give me a stealth roll.
Ooh, nice. That's going to be 23.
They definitely do not see you.
Okay.
So Arthur, you sneak your way over the door. The hobblings are continuing to go along about that. Sweet, supple hobbling ladies back at the nom.
I will attempt to get into the door behind him.
Okay, the door is unlocked, so you are
Okay.
able to enter.
I'm going to
So
slide
Arthur,
in.
as you enter, so Sentinel has is conversing with Jayla here, and the conversation we were having is kind of there, and kind of Arthur slips on and Jayla stops talking. She's like, "Oh, you have a friend, I see. Let me guess. Adventuring party, 4 or 5 of you, consisting of an interesting group of characters, each with a secret, mysterious past that are looking to run away from or atone from. And you just so happen to be picked up by my fairy friend Aster.
You got it.
She's good.
Man, I'm getting real good at this. When you've been around as much as I have, being the champion and all, you start to see everything. I mean, when you meet a guy who opens a pizza restaurant, you gotta know that things are just a little strange in the world.
Ooh, do me. Guess
Second.
who I am.
Wait a second.
Okay.
Are you Jayla?
I am Jayla Pentagast. Nice to meet you.
Damn it! I owe Darby.
And Sentinel
I'm getting that 3
has
silver
been
back,
introducing
all right.
himself to me. And Sentinel, before I answer your question, what is your name?
My name?
Yes,
Oh, sorry.
pirate-looking guy.
I am Arthur Wake.
Ah, nice to meet you, Arthur. Now,
Pleasure to meet
Sentinel,
you.
on to you. What are you? You are a large bird. Since you've never met another guardian fowl before, I'm going to make the assumption that you weren't raised by the other guardian fowls. My guess is, given your attire and the way that you hold yourself, Gorks, or another barbarian tribe, possibly to the east, past Dorder in the deserts, or perhaps from an Isle nation to the west across the sea. No, you'd be much more seafaring and have more of a nautical look about you. This is much more of a Gorg desert look. Part of a hunting party, probably taken in, raised, sent on your merry way when the Gorgs generally let the other younger Gorgs go out into the world. How close was I?
Wow, you really are. I am honored, Jayla, and
Hey!
I take a bow.
As she's talking and kind of diagnosing all that is Sentinel, I'm just going to make my way over to her and start using my thieves' tools to unhook her chains. So she's a little bit more comfortable. I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to grab her hands, start to undo her shackles, and grab her where her ankles are, and undo them.
Give me a sleight of hand roll at advantage because these things suck.
Of course they do.
Do I add my, because with my, I have my proficiency bonus with my thieves' tools. Do I sort of would I add my
Yes.
proficiency then?
Yes, you would.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's going to be, oh wow, I rolled a 3 and a 4. Oh man. But proficiency is 2, so that's technically gonna be. So I sleight of hand plus. Well, yes, but I also you said add my sleight of hand to it.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so that's gonna be 8 plus 2. So that'll actually come out to a 10.
You just managed to get the shackles off her.
He's a little
Master
nervous.
Lockpick.
With advantage, I rolled a 3 and a 4. God.
Yeah, it
Master
happens.
Lockpick can barely get open some shabby hobbling locks.
So Jayla steps
Darby,
away from the
you're.
wall.
I know.
So Jayla steps away from the wall. She shakes her foot out and she just kind of goes, "Thanks, Arthur. That feels a lot better. You mind helping these guys out over here? I don't really want to leave them."
No. Kind of walk over to the other ones.
Okay, won't make you roll for it because we're gonna jump back to Darby, Aster, and Darian, and Lucy.
Say.
Well,
So next on the order would be Darian. Or no, I'm sorry, Darby. Darby would be next on the order. No, actually, it would be Darian because I skipped Darian last time for exploration. So Darian, you go, I'm sorry.
Oh. That's okay.
oh,
He's not gonna attack them anyways because they're not doing any harm.
Hey,
goody two shoes.
Hey, Darian, can I hitch a ride with you, please?
Sure. Just don't do that thing where you shout all excited. and stuff.
Okay. And she kind of flies and like tucks in like the hood of your cloak, and she like peeks her head out so she can watch the hoblings like
I'm gonna do
converse
that.
about their hobbling lady
Yeah.
friends that they're very into right now.
Esther, I heard
you
you're
going-
single. It sounds like they are too. You should check that out.
Might find yourself
No,
some new
I have standards.
date.
I might be desperate, but I have standards.
Yeah, I feel that. All right, let's do this thing. I'm gonna try to make my way over to the door.
Are you gonna
Make my
stealth?
way-
Oh yeah.
Give me a
Make my way
stealth roll.
downtown stealthily. 14.
Okay. You managed to make it across, and the hoblings are continuing to talk about stuff.
Some.
The hobbling women.
The hobbling women.
The whammon.
So Darian, you kind of push your way into the door, and you see Arthur working on the shackles for these hoblings here. You see Sentinel kind of standing by the door. You kind of motion past him, and you see a white-haired woman. She is wearing like chain armor. She doesn't appear to be armed in any way, shape, or form right now, but she kind of looks over and sees the door open. And she's like, "Oh wow, there's member number 3, I see." And immediately, upon hearing a familiar voice, Aster flees your hood and flies over to Jayla and hugs her shoulder. And it's like, "Oh, Jayla, 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 I'm so happy to see you. I thought you were dead. I swear to God you were dead. I thought I was going to find you dead and on the ground and a corpse, and I was going to cry. But you're not dead." "Hello, Aster. It's very good to see you too." And Jayla just thwacks her with the back of her hand. "That's for leaving me in the pit when I told you not to." "Yeah, but I went to get help that I didn't really need." "Well, okay, I kind of needed it because I got stuck here, so that's why I'm not hitting you twice." "Okay, thank you. That actually really hurt. But like literally, I thought you were gonna die. So this is like Goddess Eve right now. You know, just it's so great."
Oh boy. Well,
Okay.
while they're reminiscing, I see that Arthur is freeing up our hobbling friends. So I'm gonna go to the one over here, and in hobbling, I'll say, "Hey, it's all gonna be all right. Just stay quiet for me." And I'm gonna start undoing his chains as well.
Oh, wait, who are you?
Oh, we're friends of your tribe to the south. We hate the
Oh,
north guys.
you know Meepo,
Meepo and
you know
I
our
go
leader.
way back, about like half a day. But yes.
Did you know Meepo's the best damn Drangler our tribe has ever had?
Oh, wait until you see Lucy. She's with us.
We heard Lucy died. We were
No.
sent to go find Buddy, and they caught us.
Sorry. Well, we're gonna try to find Buddy too, but Lucy is with us. She's alive, and I wouldn't say well, but very obedient to not Meepo. It's an ordeal. We'll have to figure it out.
That sounds like an ordeal. Well, thank you. We'll be sure to tell our leader that you really helped us out. The lady Ustriel will be very happy.
Oh, I sure hope so.
All right, give me a sleight of hand. And if you're proficient with thieves' tools, do you have thieves' tools on you, Darian?
Excuse me.
Probably not.
If you don't, then
Probably-
you probably can't pick the lock.
Oh my God.
You could try brute forcing it if you want.
Just break it.
You know what?
Might
I'm gonna
break
try to
poor
brute
Holly's
force it.
hands.
Let's go.
Give me that sweet athletics check.
Break me off a piece.
Come on, Jayla's here. I gotta look
Break me off a
impressive.
piece of that hobbling bar.
Yep.
A
Okay.
fancy piece.
18.
Yeah, so you kind of
Nice.
see where it appears the chain's a little weaker, and you just grab both of them, Darian, and with a you manage to snap both of them and free the hobbling, who's quite impressed with your feat of strength.
I am
You
also
grab 'em both
impressed.
and you snap
So-
both of the hobbling's
So
wrists.
both Jayla and Aster kind of watch you, and they both look at each other, and Aster just looks at Jayla and goes, "He's mine."
Oh, I wish I was there for
Jayla's
that.
just like, "Whoa, I didn't mean anything by that."
Oh man, I wish I was there for that.
Speaking of Darby, why don't we go ahead and get you in there as well?
All right, I will look over to Lucy and just. Well, I guess it's my turn, and I will attempt to stealth my way across as well.
Go ahead.
That might not be that great. 14.
You manage to successfully make it across as the hobblings continue to talk about their beautiful, sensual, hobbling women.
Open the door and just shake my head. A bunch of disgusting creatures.
Yep. And so you see Darian and Arthur working on these chains. At this point, Arthur's gotten the 2 free. Darian's got the 1 free. Sentinel's by the door, and you see Aster and this white-haired woman. And as you enter, the white-haired woman looks over at you and goes, "The last one. Perfect. Wow. There are 4 of you. I was right.
5.
Well, yeah.
He's
Oh, there's one more.
He's in this ring.
yeah. So just
Oh.
the ring.
Huh.
He's
What's he
an
doing
odd
in
one.
there?
Honestly, couldn't tell you.
As Darby enters, Arthur will walk over to him and just put 3 silver into his palm.
I will gladly accept and drop it in my coin.
Well, I think introductions here are in order. I obviously know Arthur and Sentinel. Who are the last 2 here? We've got Aster's. She just kind of side eyes the fairy friend. And the Dusk Elf. We'll start with the human here. What's your name?
Oh, my name's Ulfric von Liechtenstein.
Give me a deception.
Oh boy. Oh god.
You're trying to lie to the champion.
Funny, he doesn't know that yet. I don't
I'm
think.
keeping face 3. I figured it out.
I mean, I figured it almost a lot of
Okay
money.
then. Ulfric von Liechtenstein. And the Dusk Elf, what's your name?
Well, guessing by the 3 silver in my hand, you're probably Jayla.
I am. Yes, Jayla Pentagast. Nice to meet you. Lady should have introduced herself. I apologize.
Oh no, it's fine. I'm Darby, but I tend to more go by the Ace in the regions you've probably traveled.
The Ace. Igarith?
Yes.
I'm not big on the gambling circles, but occasionally I have to do some talking to people there. I think I've heard the name once or twice. You'll
You're a
have to
fun crowd.
I'll have to apologize. I don't quite know your exploits that well.
I mean, it's a fun crowd, but not for everyone. A little too high stakes for some people.
Oh, well, I've gambled once or twice before, and I'm not very good at it, so I don't do it often. Well,
Must not be doing
I
it right.
Face.
I guess I owe the 4 of you, I guess 5 if there's a 5th one, a bit of thanks then. I'm sure I would have gotten out of those shackles eventually, but you've sped up the process, and I can continue trying to get into the basement of this place.
Sorry it took
basement
us
is
so
fine.
long. Honestly, I didn't even believe Aster.
Well, I mean, it probably wouldn't have taken quite as long if some little fairy hadn't decided to fly herself 5 days to Bridgetown now. Well, I thought it was a big city and there'd be, like, people there and stuff to come help. It worked out! I guess it did work out. Okay.
She's not wrong.
Aster also promised that there would be treasure.
That's true. She
For
did
us.
promise payment.
You know.
Well, I'm sorry real quick. She promised you guys that I would pay you.
Yes.
Yes.
Excuse me.
Handsomely.
Oh, and handsomely, of course, of course. If
Well-
you'll excuse me, I need to grab Aster here and we just need to convey one-on-one. So just
By
real
all
quick, you
means.
guys.
Oh,
So they
go for it.
turn.
Affairs in order.
They turn and walk away, and you just hear Jayla go, "What do you mean you told them I could pay them?" Well, I didn't know what to tell them. They said no originally. Well, they said maybe, but they had other things to do. So I sweetened the pot a little bit. You know I don't have that type of money, Aster. I have to go back to Highwater. I'd have to get a donation from the chapel. They're not gonna pay for that. Yeah, but I mean, I figured you had something on you. I don't have anything on me, Aster. Ugh. Sometimes I wonder why I carry you around. So they immediately step back, kind of look at each other, realize they were not quiet in the slightest, and Jayla just goes, "Yes, payment. Let's discuss it when we're out of this place. How's that sound?"
Understandable. Can't help but notice you don't really have anything on you, huh?
No, the Hobblings took all that. Besides my armor, a request. Surprisingly, Dunbark is quite chivalrous, and I asked not to be stripped, as you can imagine. They did take my sword and items, though. They're probably somewhere around here, my guess.
I would assume so. Well, I'll pull out just one of my 2 daggers.
Is Jayla wearing any jewelry?
Yes, she does have 5 rings on her.
I will kind of motion towards you. And all else fails, we do take payment in jewels.
But,
Coins
Come
are a
on,
little
guys.
bit more.
There's all but one of these that I would be
My
willing to
style.
part with, perhaps.
Still,
We'll see.
Maybe the
pull out-
Hobblings have a load of treasure that we don't have to
Well-
worry about. Apparently, there are dragons in here.
Yeah.
Where there's dragons,
you
there's
mean
treasure.
the
so-
dogs that they like glued the dirt onto and the
How
trash?
dare you refer to Lucy that way? Lucy is
Oh,
a
it's-
dragon.
She is a full-blooded dragon. Meepo says so.
She just looks to Aster. They don't believe that, do they?
Of course.
No, they don't
not.
believe they don't believe that. Okay. You wouldn't believe the weirdos I've met before.
Well,
Speaking
some
of
weird-
payment, though, I might not be able to pay. I can obviously give you a couple rings, and gold is gold, but I might not be able to pay you necessarily in liquid assets. But would you accept property?
Property sells, so
Yeah.
I
How
happen to
valuable?
know someone, and Jayla kind of her eyes light up a little bit, and she begins to nod and smile. I happen to know someone in Highwater who managed to get himself a fair bit of property in addition to the one he already owns, and he's been looking to offload it. And I quote, Jayla, if you find someone out in the world who wants to take this old nasty tavern off of me, please do. Well, I think I might have found someone who'd like to take an old nasty tavern off of him. What do you say?
Well,
I don't have the deed or anything, but I'm sure if I explain the situation, he'd be more than willing to part with it. Might take a bit of convincing, but I think I can get some others on my side on this one.
could turn it into a gambling hall.
Could do that. Could turn it into a tavern. Could sell it. Anything you want.
Highwater's got some nice marks.
Yeah, got some good money.
Be living in the floating city of the elves. I mean, there's that. It's pretty nice.
What ring is the tavern in on?
It would be on the second ring, towards the older part of the second ring. Not the best for businesses, but there's a business that is not too far from there that's been doing decent enough. The proprietor, my friend, he is the one who possesses the property that you'd be taking.
Well, let's get you out of here first and see if we can cross anything of value, and then we'll.
Oh,
we'll
I don't
talk about
plan
this.
to leave just yet. I'm getting to the basement of this place, and I am going
course.
to find the necromancer that has been poisoning the land around here for the last, I don't know how long.
Well,
Necromancer.
we've heard
I'd
of
like to join you
necromancer
on that.
before. Aster,
I'm sorry, what'd
Aster's
you
told
think?
us before that.
Oh yeah, I
Speaking
did.
there's a
I mentioned
necromancer.
I mentioned the necromancers already.
You
They
did.
are very aware there are necromancers here.
Again, Darby, you're assuming I believed her.
That's fair.
I'm surprised you actually braved it. Then necromancers are very powerful and
Let's see.
deadly and scary men and women. I
Hmm.
believe that a group of necromancers has taken residence in the basement of
A
the holy
group?
city here. They have cultivated a tree known as the Tues-Thurs tree. I don't know much about it, but I believe that this tree has been polluting the area, fueled by the necromancer's power. I received reports of the necromancer's leader, a man by the name of Xanthro, possibly is here as well, and I have been searching for him for quite some time, let's just say. I mean to find him, and I mean to stop him once and for all. And any of his other necromancers that might be down there.
Well,
I wouldn't fault you for wanting to leave at this point. This is a dangerous exploit. But I also wouldn't turn down any help as well.
talking to the deep hobblings, and I kind of motion over to the ones that we freed leader, she mentioned someone by the name of Balik being
Yes.
around?
That she did.
Would that be one of the necromancers?
Yes, a necromancer by the name of Balik the Outcast. He, as far as I'm aware and from what I've been able to gather, has actually been expunged from the necromancy's order or circle. I don't know why Xanthro would want to talk to him, but he is the one who's taken up residence here, and I believe he's the one that's been powering this tree, this Tues-Thurs tree. I don't know what we'll find down there. We could find Balik, we could find Xanthro and Balik, we could find an army of necromancers or undead. I just want to prepare you for that.
Oh,
Again, I would never expect you to put your lives on the line like this.
Well,
speaking of preparation, you clearly are adamant on getting there, and I think we can all agree not having a weapon of any kind is going to make it very difficult for you to accomplish anything.
My first stop will be to find my equipment. I think you understand that.
Oh, of course, but just like us, you have no idea where that is.
What are the
I have a few ideas. I got a good look of this place before I was imprisoned by the Hobblings. There is a trophy room to the north of here. Not too far. I didn't get a good look at it, but my suspect is that they've put my equipment there, since that seems to be where they take the other hobbling things that they steal from them.
Might find some good
What are
treasure.
the odds the necromancers are behind the gate that the silver keys needed for, with a small creature named Jut?
Huh. I'm not sure what you're talking about. Don't know anything about a key. There is a door in the south I saw that is locked. It's a dragon door, but it seems to be magically locked. I couldn't force it or open it.
Okay, just trying to see if our goals aligned here. We were promised treasure by
Hmm.
the Deep Hobbling's leader as well, who happened to have a
Well,
silver key.
I wouldn't deny you treasure either, so I'll make you a deal. I don't normally do this because I don't normally join lay people, but you have made it here and you've had to have gone through quite the tribulations to get here. If you join me, see what's going on with these necromancers here, I will assist you in finding this treasure of yours to the south. Think of it as partial payment for helping me. And I plan to go back to Highwater after this. I'll introduce you to my friend, get you the deed to the inn. How's that sound?
Certainly makes the deal sweeter.
Yeah.
And besides, Sentinel, I could introduce you to the other Guardian Fowl.
They know your friend?
Oh yeah, she works for him. Kind of songbird, some people call her.
You're telling me there's more than one of him?
Well, there's 8, as far as I'm aware, though. I think, Sentinel, you make 9.
From what I've learned, that is true of the legend.
There you go, 9 birds. I've only met 1, 2 now with him.
Incredible.
That's interesting.
I want to back up towards this hobbling over here and strike up a small conversation and ask him how his tribe feels about the necromancers that are dwelling in the basement.
Oh, do you mean the creepy man by the tree in the basement?
That's the exact one, good buddy.
Well, they don't really talk to us. They talk to Dunbark and the other hobblings. They're real nasty. We don't see them much, though. We don't get to go to the basement much.
Gotcha. I like to kind of like I was speaking and hobbling to him there. I'll say in common that we might have some allies going into this, and it might be worth our while to find Buddy on this one, guys.
Well, that is one of our other goals.
Yeah.
That's how we're supposed to get that silver key,
This is true.
as we bring their other dragon.
I'm
Yes.
sure when we look for my equipment, we'll probably find this other dragon of theirs.
Well, until we can find your equipment, and Darby will walk up and pull out one of his 2 daggers and just hand it to her. This is a loan. I will want this back.
Be careful, he charges interest.
I do.
What is it's a D4 for
Just a
example,
D4,
right?
yeah. D4 finesse. Could be thrown
I'm
for
going-
2060.
I'm going to also
That's a
walk up
D4
to
for
her
yourself.
and
Okay,
offer
thank you.
her a single caltrop and say, "This is a loan, and I would also like this back, thank you."
Jayla takes it, looks at you, Darian, and just gives it right back. She goes, "I'm good, thank you."
No. You'll need that.
Okay, and she just pockets it.
I'm gonna
looks at
turn away
Aster.
kind of. I'm gonna turn away, kind of laughing at like Arthur, whoever's like right behind me when I turn away.
She looks at Jayla, looks at Aster, and mouths to her, "What do you see in this guy?" And Aster's just got she just got big hearts in her eyes, and she's just like,
swooning.
"What a man!"
How generous of him. 1 whole caltrop out of 2.
Jayla mouths, "What do you see in him?" And Aster just looks her dead straight in the eye and goes, "He's got really big hands."
Oh no.
Well,
Oh, man.
Okay.
well,
Moving on.
I'm sure you're well aware that there are 3 very drunk hobblings outside this door.
Yeah, the guard tends to do that.
I'm not surprised.
I figure, we go and, hit him around a little bit.
I'd advise doing it quickly and quietly, though, because they tend to run and alert their friends.
Yes.
And
Yes,
three
that
of them's
happens.
not a problem, but 30 is.
Why don't we
Well, if any of you happen to be archers or use a bit of magic, by all means, I have a dagger.
For
Well, why
now.
don't we just
And-
ambush them in their drunken state and chain them up in here?
Chain them. Why would you need to chain them up if they're dead?
Yeah, I don't. There's no
Kinda-
need.
Sentinel, what
Ugly
were you gonna
opinion,
say
like-
there?
Don't kill
I was
them.
like, you do have a caltrop as well, not just a
Ah,
dagger.
yes.
Yes, you could
My
throw
lone,
that.
my lone caltrop. Just what I always wanted. And she flicks it up, catches it, and pots it back in her pocket.
Did Darian at least sign it for you?
Did you sign it, Darian?
I don't have a pen.
Hmm.
I guess I owe you
Aster,
one.
I'm sorry, I would give this to you, but he didn't sign it, so it's just a regular old caltrop. And Aster's just like, that's okay. I've gotten enough Darian to go around.
I'm sure you haven't.
I'm gonna be like checking the back of my neck for like missing hair while she was back there or something.
Well,
With that, before we continue, probably what will be a bit of combat, we are a bit over for our break, so why don't we go ahead? We'll take a little bit shorter break this time. Why don't we try to come back about 9:30, so like 8-10 minutes.
Cool.
Okay.
Perfect.
all right.
Thanks,
good.
guys.
Bye, chat.
Bye. For
Nerd.
now.
Bye, chat.
Bye, chat.
Get
Hi.
this stream live, or I'm gonna. Oh,
Well,
hey.
It's
We're
always
live. Hey,
It's never
Hey.
not live when we're on the
we're
break.
back.
It's just muted. It's
Thank-
silent.
Allegedly.
Our speed break.
Yeah.
All right, so let's continue here for the last hour.
Yeah.
So you guys are conversing with Jayla about the hobblings that are drunk and disorderly above you there.
It's like straight water.
Why can't we just take advantage of the fact that they basically don't know we're here, and they're also inebriated, and just chain them up in here? They're just doing their jobs. Well, poorly doing
First
their
off,
jobs.
There's the setup is the fact that it's more difficult to restrain somebody who's unwilling than it is just to kill them. And secondly, it's managing the idea of keeping them restrained while we're gone, in which case if any of them break loose or make enough noise, our cover is blown.
Well, just knock them out.
You go ahead and do that, Darian.
Let me know how it goes.
Okay.
Oops. Almost forgot the transition.
Well,
I have to give
fine.
you some credit there, Darian. It's noble that you want to try to keep him alive.
Well, you know,
Noble or
we
foolish.
haven't really
It's
done anything
two sides of
wrong.
the same coin.
I've heard that one before, but gotta give it a little credit.
They haven't done anything wrong. I think Jayla would probably disagree with that, considering the fact she was just chained to the wall.
Hey, Jayla,
And
can you say
I-
concretely that those are the same three hobblings that chained you to the wall?
Difficult to say if they're the exact three same hobblings. I will say that these creatures do
So they
lie,
earn your
cheat,
blessing
steal,
based on
kill.
technicality. Good to know. Good to know. I'll remember that one, Darian.
Now, aside from that, you know full well if we weren't stealthy about this, they would have been shooting us their entire way over.
Which is fine, and then we'd be justified in dealing with them. But you know, they're just drinking.
The moment
I will-
they see us, they are going to attack us.
Jayla kind of comes up to you, Darian, and just puts a hand on you and says, I appreciate what you're trying to do here. It is noble. But I will also let you know that these hobblings here would not give you the same quarter.
Well, that's fine. They don't need to.
Well, I can't change your mind then.
Like
Well,
I said, be my guest. If you'd like to knock them out and take them
You
unconscious over here.
technically could try to
you
take
can
a
do
couple
that.
non-lethal shots at them. Hit a leg. Then you could possibly chain them up if you wanted to.
Ah, yes, maiming. That's much more.
Depending
wonderful
on where
to do.
you
Even
depending on where you
disfigured.
aim, they would recover.
Yes, and then because the other hobblings would be sure to keep them alive while they recovered.
Also true.
I don't like your tone.
Many people don't, Darian. The truth is often ugly.
yeah.
Aster just flutters up,
Cool.
and she's like, "I say we kill him."
That's
See,
the
she's
first time
got
I've
that
ever
idea.
wholeheartedly agreed with you.
I'm gonna shake my head and just lead the way.
Don't get me wrong, Darian. I'm not doing this because I love blood and want to see them perish. More out of self-preservation. If I don't kill them first, they'll kill me.
Gayla looks at Aster and is just like, "Don't sound so excited about that." Oh, I'm sorry. It's just really exciting. We don't usually like get this into it when we're together. And Jayla kind of just looks to you guys. She goes, "Well, lead the way. I have no weapon, and I mean,
You
I might
have
be able
a
to cast.
weapon.
I have a
2
dagger.
weapons.
Crap, you have 2.
Oh,
Two.
and a caltrap.
1 caltrop out of that. You can throw that.
I have a
dagger.
few.
I
I have
just
a
need
few
it back.
spells at my disposal too, but I'd like to save them when I actually have my sword.
Understandable.
Caltrop is definitely a great weapon.
You can chuck it in their eye. I'll blind them.
All right. So, what is the game plan here, folks?
Well, one of us
Find
is going
Buddy.
To do it. Yeah, find Buddy. Find her stuff. Our other dragon is also on the other side of the wall.
She's not so great at sneaking. So I presume we
understand.
try and get some quick pot shots in. I can go to the other side of the wall, sneak up, and try and position myself to be ready to attack one if the other 2 can be taken out by other people. If we want to set ourselves up for like a three-way attack at the same time.
What way does this door open? Does it open in this way or does it open
It opened. It opened into the jail.
Unfortunate. Okay. Something we could use it as cover. That makes sense.
Does that work? Everybody good with that?
That's probably-
Sounds good.
Yeah, me and Darian can probably
Can I
get
count
some
on you to
good
make a
shots.
shot?
So if I sneak over to this wall here and position myself to take out the first hobbling on the left, I need the other 2 to go down relatively quickly, or you're going to have an unconscious me again. And as much as we all enjoy to see that, I need to be able to count on you to take the shot to kill one of those 2, because I know I can count on Darby, but I haven't seen you shoot on anything that hasn't attacked us yet. First.
Yeah, it's kind of like my whole thing.
So no, I cannot count on you to take that shot, is what you're saying.
No.
Well,
Okay.
you can count on Lucy to at least make the pounce.
What's our play here then, boys? Because I'm not putting
Well-
myself in harm's way.
Real quick, Arthur. You said you've been downed a few times. Are you injured still?
I've seen better days, and I'm just gonna kind of look at like my arms where there's like slash marks, and my legs where there's slash marks, and
So Jayla walks up to you. She puts a hand on you, and like her hand begins to glow with like a holy radiance, and you get 5 HP back.
yes,
Alright. Noted,
that's
noted.
awesome. Why, thank
I can't do this a lot, but it should help a bit.
I understand why they call you a champion.
Yeah.
Well, some of these
Interesting.
powers didn't necessarily come from being champion, but it works.
So how tall, excuse me, is that half wall?
It goes up to about like your waist.
Okay. So it's something that Lucy could jump if she needed to.
Oh yeah, easily.
Okay.
Lucy's got a way to go.
All right. So what are we doing? I'll take suggestions.
I mean, I'm ready to go whenever we're ready to go.
Sentinel.
Me and Lucy, same time. Duo.
We can do that. Be arranged.
Brush,
All right.
and then take some shots on the one that we don't get.
All right. So I'm going to slowly open the door
Yeah,
in
stealth
towards
roll.
me.
You're pretty drunk.
That is a 15.
Okay. So you open the door. The hobblings don't look over at the door. They continue to talk amongst themselves drunkenly.
I am going to. What is Lucy's movement speed?
You should have access to the
Look at my
dire
monster
wolf
sheet.
monster in your
It
journal.
has 50-foot speed.
Ooh, sweet. And these are 5-foot squares?
Yes.
It
Awesome.
also has
Okay.
pack tactics.
So
Yeah.
I will
So she can get advantage if one of us is nearby.
I will look at Sentinel and say, whenever you're ready. And I will wait till Sentinel moves to then use my bonus action to command Lucy to charge.
Okay, so okay. Let me get this straight. So you're gonna wait for Sentinel to, and then you're going to use your bonus action to
I'm using my action to command. I'm going to use my action as a held action, and it's going to be to command Lucy to like run an attack to basically do
So
the command.
it's your bonus action that is to command Lucy, not your
Oh,
action.
okay.
And technically in 5e they are two
Yes, they're
different
very
things.
distinct. Yeah, no, absolutely.
And you
Yep.
can't
Okay.
hold the bonus action, only an actual action.
Okay.
So real quick,
So-
I'm gonna have everyone give me initiative here.
Yeah, okay,
for
that'll
this
work.
battle.
Awesome.
Good idea. Might even try to do it over the course of like 2 rounds.
11.
Alright, how does math work? Oh. Math is hard. I haven't been in a math class in a couple months, so I'm forgetting how math works.
1 + 1 = 3.
But I know how to count to 12. It's pretty easy. 1, 3, 12.
2.
Holy Darian. Dude, your initiatives are ridiculous.
He's got to learn. He's get a +5.
Oh, okay.
Plus his dex.
Yep, and
All right,
Dex is
so
26.
Darian, you will
He's
start
like
us
a
out.
+9 or something.
As of right now, the hobblings are unaware that you are there. Depending on how actions will go, may determine if you get surprise here or not.
All right.
Well,
Well,
Darian,
I'm
what
just
Darian's
going
about to do.
to.
I'm holding the door open as well. The door's already open.
Okay? So Darian, you start us off here.
All right, I'm going to butt up against this wall here.
Okay.
Hide. Make sure I get that sneak attack if needed, and do my whole thing. You know, if they start getting all aggressive on my boys, then I'll let loose an arrow. So I'm gonna
Sounds good.
hold the attack. Where's the little ninja thing? There it is. Yeah, that's it for me.
All right. 1 second here.
Whop.
What?
Oh, did I just put something in there by mistake?
You put abjuration 2.
Sorry, I was trying to do something here, but
Components,
that's not
verbal,
gonna work
somatic,
that way.
material, spell save DC 0. That's it.
All right, so it's Aster. So your turn's all set, right, Darian?
Yes.
So
Okay,
Aster's
also
gonna
do this.
cast
Whoa.
fairy. Aster's gonna cast fairy inspiration on you, Sentinel.
Nice roll,
Nice.
Darian.
Thank you.
So you now have fairy inspiration, Sentinel,
Nice.
which I'm going to indicate with this little blue thing here. That is her turn. So this goblin up here, this one, he continues to drink and not even pay attention. Darby, you are next.
Hobbling.
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 It's hobbling.
Alright.
Darby, what are you next?
So we're ready to go then.
It's ready to water me.
I think it seems that way.
Alright, I'm gonna butt up against this wall. I'm gonna pull out the card, ready to go, and I'm gonna hold my action to fire it at probably the one in the back once Sentinel and or Lucy start running in.
Okay. So this hobbling right here, he kind of scratches his butt, takes a swig of his wine, continues to talk. That's his turn. Arthur, you are next.
All right. Arthur is going to move stealthily. 5, 10, 15.
I'll need another
20.
stealth roll from you here.
Yes. Ooh, good. That's 23 or 21.
They-
Sorry, 21.
They do not see you. You managed to get yourself up there.
Okay. And then I will use my bonus action to command Lucy. 5,
Okay.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, and she is going to attack this hobbling right there.
Okay, this will be a surprise attack from her as well.
Awesome.
I will use my reaction.
And I will also count that as a surprise attack.
Suit.
And then I have not used my action either. Attack as
I'm
Arthur,
assuming you're
but-
going to attack as well. So I will count all 3 of these as a surprise.
Sweet.
Let's
After
go.
this, no, but then it will all count as because they'll be aware of you. But I don't think it's gonna happen.
Okay, so I'm going to.
Oh,
so
it
her-
might matter.
Oh boy.
I rolled really bad.
She rolls. So she's +5. Lucy's +5 to attack. Holy,
Dire
it's a
roll.
22.
That definitely hits.
Hit with
Might
Lucy.
still hit, but it's
Alright,
gonna be
that's
close.
2d6.
It is still half cover too, so you're aware, Darby, for your range
Yeah,
attack.
that's
as
why I
well.
might be missing here because it's on the low end.
6 piercing damage.
All right, so Lucy immediately like hurls up at the wall and takes a huge slash at the first hobbling. Cuts right down through it. It falls back screeching. Doesn't kill it though.
Take a strength saving throw.
Yeah, it definitely failed that. I rolled a 2, so that is
That'd
a
be
1.
13. Yeah, so he's knocked prone.
All right, this is a prone hobbling. Ironically, because of the wall, he now has full cover from range attacks.
Unfortunate. All right, I got for my ranged attack. I got a 14.
So, Darby, you peer out, you throw your card, it launches towards the hobbling in the back, but he manages, upon seeing his friend get mauled by this giant dire wolf, it kind of ducks down and the card sails just over his head.
Yeah, that's unfortunate too. That was a 9 on the damage for the die itself. That would have been another 13. He would have died.
And Arthur, it's still your turn right now.
The attack action with my scimitar
Go ahead.
against this hobbling. Since I'm hidden, do I get advantage?
Yes.
So I get sneak attack.
Well, so you have surprise right now, which is advantage.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah,
great.
You're at advantage anyways, so you do get sneak attack.
Oh
on this.
man. That's going to be a plus 6. 17.
17, that'll hit.
Nice. I rolled a 1 and an 11.
Got a feeling Arthur's getting his first hobbling.
Alright, so plus sneak attack. Yes, that's great. 6 plus 4 is 10, plus 3 is 13 damage.
Easily.
How would you like to kill him?
I'm going to kind of just like throw the blade down into its shoulder, like thinking it's gonna kind of like bounce off armor or something, but it just kind of like sinks in and like goes halfway in, like
All right, so
rip it back out.
with your scimitar basically sunk halfway through the hobbling, you grab it with both hands and yank it out, and the creature kind of gets picked off the ground a little bit, and then it goes limp and falls dead. Anything else for you, Arthur? I believe that's movement,
Action.
bonus.
Yeah, yep, that's everything.
All right, so Jayla is next, and she's going to run out, and she's just going to kind of like go, hey, over here, I'm right here, come get me, and try and distract the hoblings. Which, this one's dead, so it
dead.
doesn't matter. So Sentinel, you are next.
No,
Get in there,
I'm
dude.
gonna run up here and go after the guy who's he'll swing with the beak.
So he is prone right
You have
now. You
advantage.
can't. You'd have to hop over the wall.
I will do my flap some wings and
Hop that wall.
fly right there
And then you
and
have-
hop
Alright,
that
let's
wall.
Great, so- How does that
Yep.
look, Nick? Show us how that looks.
Show us the video.
Yeah.
though.
Yeah.
There we go. I'll actually say this too, Nick. I'm counting this whole thing as a surprise round right now, so you'll have advantage on the one behind him too, if you want.
That's awesome.
Cool.
If that changes your attack at all.
I'll just go after the one that's already wounded. Just
Okay,
to make
go ahead.
sure.
Make sure it goes down.
So that is a 16.
That'll definitely hit. How would you like to kill him?
Oh, he's like that.
He is 1
That
HP.
hurt.
Oh,
Okay.
Poor Lucy. You should have had Lucy breathe fire on him, honestly.
Yeah. I will in my like jumping over, just kind of like talon grab and then good one peck.
Yep, so Sentinel just jumps over, flaps his wings, just lands on the body of the hobbling, and just sinks his talons into it, and it dies.
There we go.
Crunch.
Crunch. About as good as you can describe it. Anything else for you,
Cry,
Sentinel?
baby.
That is it.
Darian, the hobblings have not reacted in any way, so you did not get your reaction. What would you like to do?
This is true. I'm just gonna stand by and let the group handle it.
Okay. That's your turn then?
Yeah, we'll keep the same ready to action, just in case
Okay.
this one puts up a super feisty fight or more pop through a door.
Okay. So Astra's gonna fly through and be like, wait for me, Jayla! Oh, I see the hobblings are already dead.
Oh, still one.
And that will be her turn. So this next one, who is surprisingly up, will go, and he is going to take a swing at you,
Sentinel.
at you, Sentinel. for a 16.
That hits.
All right.
not Sentinel.
Oh,
3
no.
damage.
Not the big 3 damage.
Is that?
However, will you
Oh
recover?
yeah, I'm not.
Yeah, you're
I'm
not
not
rage right now.
rage.
He is going to use his bonus action to disengage
Yeah.
and go
Oh, they can
5,
do that?
10. Yes, they can.
That's crazy.
15.
Got him. No.
So he ran through the door. He fled.
Oh, wow.
Darby,
man,
you are
If
next.
only somebody who had ranged attack abilities could have prevented that from happening, right, guys?
Yeah, strange. I'm just gonna glare at Darian. Let them get away.
Jayla's gonna be
Darian.
like, "Come on, guys, after that hobbling."
You know, I'll be honest. But I'll move to 25 feet. I don't know how much I like that. Chasing after him. For all we know, there's more hobblings on the other side of that door.
For all you know, more hobblings could be just coming in general.
That's true, but at least here we have a wall.
That is true.
I mean, there was a wall kind of in front of us as well.
Yeah, but that's not. Look, okay. I'm
Yeah,
not
like a big.
going to chase after it.
We're actually surrounded by walls.
Well, we're always surrounded by walls. That's how walls work.
Arthur,
Now when
you are
we're
next.
outside,
No,
I
there's a wall
mean-
somewhere in your vicinity.
It's true.
not in the sky.
All right.
We continue to
No.
argue.
You don't know
Oh,
that.
the wall. 5,
Could be a flying city somewhere.
10, 15, 20. Bonus action, command Lucy to follow.
Okay.
And I am going to, as always, stealthily peer through this door to see
Give me a
if
stealth. Give me a stealth roll.
my die. 8 plus 8 is 16.
All right, so you open the door and you peer in. You can see the hobbling that fled is running for this door right here. His back is turned to you.
Okay, so I went 5, 10, 15, 20. Is there any cost of movement wise for getting over that half?
No,
Any
I'm not
additional?
gonna. I'm not gonna
Okay.
count any additional movement.
Okay. So then I'm going to see him and finish my move with 5, 10. So it was 15, so 20. So it will put me there. And I'm going to stop there. Since I already commanded Lucy to follow, I'm allowed her to continue her full movement, right?
So with Lucy, because she is a bonus action, you would have to do her full command and one
Once. Okay.
action.
Okay.
Yes.
Then she'll stay where she's at.
Okay. So so the hobbling is you're not attacking him because you've already used your action to dash, right?
Not use my action to dash. No, I use my action to peer into the stealthful.
That's right. Yes, that would be your
Mhm.
action, correct. All right, so that's all three then. So Jayla, she's going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 and just run forward. And then she will also take the dash action and go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 and just run right up to the hobbling. Sentinel, you are next.
All right, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And then we'll take a good whack at him.
a whack.
Reckless.
Ooh, nice.
okay.
But
Packing problem.
9?
You go to peck at him, and
Never mind.
the hobbling kind of
Advantage?
hears you.
Yeah, I
no,
rolled a 4 and a 5.
Ooh.
Or a 3 and a 4.
So the hobbling kind of hears you all charging up from behind it, and he begins to like put his hands up and duck. So as Sentinel comes in to peck at him, his beak just goes over his head.
It's so unfortunate.
Anything else for you, Sentinel?
Unlucky.
Yeah. Oh, I guess I could have used the fairy inspiration, but
If you'd like to, go ahead. I'll let you do it. What,
It's,
what did you roll?
it's a 9.
Yeah, so whatever
You won't hit his. Well,
If I rolled a 6,
it would be very
you're
hard
15.
for you. Yeah, you'd have to have
Yeah.
a max fairy inspiration. So I'd tell you to keep it.
Sure.
Anything else
I'll
for you,
keep-
Sentinel?
That's it.
Darian, you are next.
All right. I'm gonna use my 30 feet of movement as long as angles are still counting as like
Yes, there's still 5
what the
feet.
measure. Okay.
Yeah, that's what he says is what it is.
And I'll let loose an arrow at this goblin here.
Okay.
Hobbling.
Go ahead.
Problem.
Go ahead and give me a hobbling attack roll.
Hoobling attack. Wow. Oh wait, I forgot. I have a +7 to hit. This is good. 14.
That misses.
Ooh, dang.
Never mind. It wasn't good.
So Darian, you run up, you pole vault yourself over the wall, loose an arrow, and it with Sentinel, with Arthur, with Jayla there, you can't quite see a great spot to shoot it. So you point it where you think he's gonna be, and he just happens not to end up there, and it misses.
What a jerk.
All right, Aster goes. Unless you have anything else, Darian.
Nope.
She's like, "Oh, wait for me." And then she'll use her action to dash. There you guys are.
Well, we got 3 opportunity attacks probably coming in.
Now he's gonna disengage.
That's true.
All right, so the Hobbling's going to go, and he's going to... Let's see who he wants to attack here.
Ooh.
He's going to attack you again, Sentinel.
He
Rude.
did reckless, so he has advantage.
There he.
21?
That hits.
Sentinel.
Five slashing damage.
Ooh, that's a big hit.
And he immediately will disengage with his bonus action and go 5, 10. He opens this door, leaves it open, and then a loud shriek of hobbling, which Darian, you understand. He goes, "We have intruders out here!" And there are 3 others.
Oh, that's not too bad.
That's not,
Yeah, not 14 like last time.
not the whole armada.
Let me add these to the list.
Weird. Thoughts.
All right, so we are
That
on
kinda works.
18. All right, so that works. So this guy is gonna go next.
I believe I was just skipped.
Were you skipped? Did I
Yeah,
skip
'cause I'm
you?
18.
I'm sorry, I skipped you.
Darvis.
Yeah, I go right after him.
Yep, you're right. I am sorry. That's right. I was on 22, not 18. Okay, you're next.
All right. So I will move 30 feet forward, hopping the wall. Hi guys. And I will huck a card. I'll huck a card of this one over on the left.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a roll.
This one's a lot better. Nope, that's a 12.
Yep. So you throw another card at it, and it actually bounces against the side of the door because it's not super open, and it ricochets off and explodes somewhere else.
Well, you saw this action. Apparently, I'm getting rusty.
What else for you, Darby?
That is it. I don't have any bonus actions currently.
All right. So this next hobbling is going to run out. He's gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20, and he's going to attack you, Arthur. For 14.
Nope. I parry it.
All right, so he comes in, swings, you get your scimitar up, you block it. And it'll be your turn, Arthur.
Going to return the favor. I will use
Parry
my
reverse.
attack action to attack him with the scimitar.
Go ahead.
Oh, dang. That's gonna be a 10.
He also parries back, so you go to swing and he just blocks it with his sword.
All right.
Wow,
so,
what an epic battle!
Oh,
I'm going to
It's a real
reposition
fencing.
myself 5, 10 there, and then I'm going to, as I'm kind of like jimmying around him, like locking eyes with the cobbling, I'm going to bonus action command Lucy to charge into the room and just straight up from the side.
Okay, go ahead and give me a attack for loose.
All right, hold on. Let me get our character sheet up. It's going to be. Gosh, I can't keep my dice on the table. Ooh, that's a good one. Hold on. We're keeping it, whatever it is. That was 12, so plus 5 is 17.
That hits.
All right. Let's do it.
Fireballs, man. Oh.
4 plus 3 is 7, plus 3 is 10 piercing damage.
How would Lucy like to kill it?
She is going to, while I'm kind of like dancing around him as parry back and forth, she's just going to kind of like maul him from the side and take him down and go right for the neck and just like rip it out.
All right,
Crazy
so she
direwolf fashion.
as you are distracting it with your running, Lucy just comes in, knocks to the ground, and like you said, just chomps down on its throat, rips up, takes half a hobbling neck with him.
That's right.
Or her.
That's how she does it.
And I think that's your turn, Arthur.
That was action, bonus action, movement. I'm just gonna move myself to like up against this wall here.
Okay. So Jayla is
Finish my
next.
movement.
And Jayla is going to go 5, 10, 15, and she is going to stab
Strike. Oh. Yeah.
this guy with her dagger.
Hope this doesn't get
She
too
will
much better.
she will miss with an 8.
Yes. So good, team.
Yeah,
That's,
so champion is not used to using the dagger, so she comes in, she kind of goes to stab it, and the hobbling he has like a little shield or something, like a little buckler, and he blocks her dagger away and snickers. Sentinel, you're next.
Sentinel will run in, yelling, "For the goddess!" And then that is a 19
That will definitely hit.
Nice.
for
Behave.
12 plus 3, 15 damage.
How'd you like to kill him,
I know,
Sentinel?
max damage.
Calm down.
Just
Done.
rushing in, seeing Jayla in battle with this, to prove, it's worth knowing the importance of the guardian or of the champion, and and just kind of rams this hobbling.
Yeah, so as you bring
right
your
through.
head up with your beak to ram him, it like gets into him, it cuts him, and you just headbutt him, and he just goes flying across the room like 10 feet, and his corpse just hits the ground dead as the force of the impact just like ruptured his internal organs.
Yeah.
And then I'm
Classic
gonna
shonen anime.
That's what we
roll.
call finger licking good.
Yes.
Oh, God.
I turn towards Jayla. Slight, bow.
Good job there, Sentinel. That was quite a hit.
Thank you, and I just kind of like ruffle my feathers out.
You giant birds amaze me. When I introduce you to Nugs, you're gonna just love her.
Nugs?
Yes, that's her name. If I didn't mention it, it's Nugs.
No.
Her real name isn't pronounceable in our language.
Yes.
All right, Sentinel. Anything else for you?
I can finish my movement. So I went 5, 10, we'll say 15, 20, 25, 30. More
Okay.
up in there.
Get right in there.
Well, you get up, get way up there, Morty. So this hobbling's gonna move here, and he's gonna take a swing at you. Non-natural 20.
That'll hit.
30,
6 slashing damage that time.
Bang, Baron. You got the angles, huh?
Yep.
And that'll be your turn.
Geometry.
Darian, you are next.
All right, I'm playing my angles here, and it should be a straight shot to this guy.
I think you are right to hit him.
All right.
Look at that beautiful angle. Right through the door.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
Wow.
beautiful. It's right through that door.
Perfect.
They're just opened perfectly.
Yeah.
24 to hit.
That definitely hits.
Jesus.
That's
Calm
super
it
hits.
down.
He's just gotta make sure
People who don't attack
he's
me.
shooting through the tightest window in order to be able to hit it.
I got max damage too, boys. 11.
How would you like to kill him?
Himself just to hit
All right.
somebody.
Well, I'm gonna do it like Wanted style, but instead of curving bullets, I'm curving arrows through these doorways. And then instead of hitting him on this side, it's the back side somehow. I'm just kidding. That seems way too.
Yeah, what are you, an
elaborate.
arcane
They have-
archer?
No magical means of doing that, unfortunately. Yeah.
That's
That's
literally
what happens in
arcane
my head, though.
archer.
That's what happens.
So
in my
Darian
head.
pictures his arrow like curving and stuff. The rest of you guys just see him shoot it. It goes through the doors and just hits the guy in the
It's a
head. And his
perfectly
body
straight
just goes
shot.
down.
I'm
Beautiful
like,
shot.
Ooh, ooh.
Is there anything else for you, Darian?
That'll do it for me.
All right. Aster is gonna be like, "Oh, wait for me, Jayla. I'm here." And that's her turn.
Good job, Aster.
So you massacred that guy. So yeah, Darby, you're next.
I'm gonna hug up against the doorway here. I'm going to huck a card directly at this boyo.
Give me a roll. Will
Hopefully
Darby Lindell hit for once
Hopefully
this
this will
game?
hurt for this combat. Who knows? I might miss 3 times in a row. 0 for 3. We'll find out. Oh, definitely. That's 10.
Yep. So once again, Darby produces his card. He throws it. Aster's like in the way. She's just floating there, and he runs to the door, goes to throw it, sees Aster right in his line of sight to hit her, and you jank your shot to miss her, and it just goes wide.
Aster, you're kind of in the way.
Oh, am I? I'm sorry.
Yeah. That'll be it.
Arthur, you're next.
I am going to use my bonus action to look at Lucy and say Dragon Fire, and she's going to charge 5, 10, 15, 20 into there, and she's going to use one of 3 Breathe Fire actions to
Nice.
emulsify this hobbling.
All right. What does he have to do? Is it a hit or is it
it's
a
a
save?
dex save.
Dex save of 13.
Sweet.
And he'll take half on a fail.
Well, he failed with a fat 2. I mean, I'm sorry, not a fat 2, a fat 4. I rolled a 2. He has 2 dex.
6 plus 9 is 15. So 15 fire damage.
So literally, this dragon runs up and just unleashes this fire breath. It just smokes this hobbling. You just see his body in the flames. It's like, and it just emulsifies and falls over. A charred mess. And Jayla just kind of looks and goes, huh. I guess you kind of did make them a dragon, didn't you?
Yeah, well, we did, huh?
All right. Real quick before combat ends, Jayla is going to run over to you, Sentinel, and she is going to cast Cure Wounds on you.
Ooh.
How nice of her.
Well, that is happening.
Nani?
Wait, you're not rolling.
1 sec. I just need 1d8 plus the spellcasting mod.
I thought it was
Which
1d6 or 1d8.
Jayla is. Wow, that was a terrible roll, Jayla. 4 HP.
Heck yeah.
Hey, it's a hit back, basically.
Yeah, pretty much.
I am going to begin feeling up this dead hobbling to see if there's any coinage on him while staring directly into Darby's face.
You guys.
This is getting weird now.
I'll just start flipping a silver coin in my hand while he's doing it.
You guys are getting too much pleasure out of
You
this.
search the hobblings, Arthur. You actually don't uncover anything.
I'm going to just rip off like a scrap of its clothes and just put it in Darby's hand.
Darby, you now have a scrap of hobbling cloth.
Disgusting. And then I'll just cast Firebolt on it just in my hand and burn it.
Can I attempt to retrieve any of the 2 arrows that I fired?
I spend I think
Yeah,
it's a
you can
minute?
get 1 back.
Yay!
Ammo, I believe, is 1 minute. It might be 10 minutes to get half of what you spend.
I mean, it was 2 arrows. He just walks up to 1.
Yeah, I know. Walking for one of the
Yanks it out.
The other one's just
Does,
2
he gets
damage.
them. All right, which door are we going to? This
There we go.
Yep, so there's this one right here to the west.
or there's
And
one
then
by
obviously
Darien.
there's-
Should have
Yep, and there's
said
this
the trophy room was in the north.
True. Buddy
Right,
might be there.
so
We
she's
might find some more
suspecting.
goodies.
Is this
We need to
room, this
find
one up here,
Buddy.
this is just like a bunch of like empty stuff, right?
Yeah, all that's in there is the exact description is the stench, garbage, and the stench and garbage are evident of years of use by the unsanitary tenants. Tattered hides stretched on frames form 6 unstable hammocks around a much-used fire pit. Battered cooking equipment is mixed indiscriminately with broken and worn arms and armor.
Nothing of importance.
Doesn't appear so.
Alright.
Who was the last one to do? I think Sentinel. We're back to you because we kind of went around for the whole meet and Jayla thing for our exploration initiative here.
Alright, so we're going west or we're going west?
We're going west.
Alright.
Which of the 2?
East.
Well, I mean, the hobblings seem to have guarded up here, so let's stick in this area.
Is anyone joining Sentinel here?
I guess I will. With
I'm
Lucy.
gonna be in this hallway.
Yeah, I'll kind of stand in the back a little bit. Behind
Okay.
Lucy.
This door. What about this one?
We'll get
Jayla
you.
goes here.
What about this door? We're not gonna
All
go to
right.
this door.
So the
Dark.
moment that the group kind of walks by this door, a trap pit opens.
No.
Hey, I'm not in it. Let's go.
Always me.
Yep. So Arthur, Sentinel, and technically Lucy might fall. Let me just double check and make sure you don't need to make a dex save. Dex saves.
Ah, all right. Something I'm good at. Come on.
Fifth.
Oh no, I
15.
lied. I lied. I'm sorry. That's to try and not that dex save. So you guys all fall 10 feet into the pit. 4. Sorry, it's the dex saves for something else.
No worries.
2 fall damage.
Ah, that's not too bad.
2 big old bludgeoning. Let's go.
Big if true.
And you are now in a 10-foot pit. Lucy just like topples in there and just like looks up with its big dumb eyes, and it's just like dirt.
I'm going to attempt to climb onto Lucy and command her to the pit.
Okay. So you could probably climb up. Are you climbing up over here, or are you climbing up by the door?
No, I'm climbing up back over this way.
Okay. Yeah. So you guys are able to climb up with you kind of on her.
Back up.
What about you,
Oops.
Sentinel?
Oops, I got a different
The
selection.
Sentinel's gonna try to, jump up and push the door.
Okay. I'm not even gonna make you roll for it. Sentinel, after a couple tries, you're able to get yourself up, and there
I'm in danger. Oh wow.
you found the
Aha!
trophy room. Mounted and stuffed animal heads adorn the walls. The mounting job is sloppy, and the assortment of heads in the assortment of heads include cattle, rats, and other not particularly impressive specimens. A few grisly trophies share the walls with the animals, including a couple of deep hobbling heads. Smashed and broken cabinets and tables litter the periphery of the room, mute victims of some sort of rampage. A rusted iron spike stands in the center of the room, trailing a broken chair. Thin patches of wolf fur coat sections of the wall, floor, and debris. Buddy is currently chained to that middle pole and is snarling mad when you open that door, Sentinel.
Okay. So, Sentinel. I'm gonna slowly approach, kind of like I'll extend kind of my wings, kind of like to get him to like back up a little bit as I go towards the post in the
Give
middle.
me an intimidation check, please.
Come on, Sentinel.
And if you'd like, because of what you're doing, you can use your strength instead of your charisma mod for this one.
Okay. Well then it's not gonna matter either. Wait, that's a 6.
So you try doing this, Sentinel, and it just starts growling and barking, and it kind of lashes out at you a little bit. But the chain has it held, so you'd have to get right next to it for it to be able to chomp at you.
Okay. Am I continuing to go, or is that my action?
I mean, that's kind of up to you.
I'll still.
You can also inform the party of what you found too,
Yeah.
Okay.
because they are kind of unaware. They just saw you enter the room.
Yeah. Let's try something. So Sentinel, looks out the door, and tries to like. It's gonna put like its wings down on the ground, and I'm gonna try to act like a wolf dragon, and like breathe out try to fire breathe and that kind of stuff. So I'm trying to do my silent signals of this buddy over there.
I'm just going to look
Shut
at
up.
Arthur and be very confused. Like, what is he doing?
Guys,
Can you not
all of you
hear
give me
the
an
wolf?
intelligence check.
Can you not hear the wolf?
I mean, probably, but
This is much more interesting.
oh yeah.
Just a
14.
Just a straight intelligence check.
It's straight intelligence
Not
right now. I want to
insight?
see if you can.
Alright.
That's a 9.
9. What'd you get, Darby?
8.
8. Darren, you said 14.
Mhm.
You can understand that he means he found Buddy.
Guys, obviously, he found Buddy. Also,
Jayla just looks at
Obviously.
you and it's like, you got that off of that?
well, do you not hear the gigantic direwolf barking in the background? Context clues.
You can't quite hear it from where it is.
Oh,
The room appears to muffle sound.
gotcha.
There's a
Yeah,
lot
So
of
then-
there.
I got that from it.
So I'm gonna yell and be like, get Lucy in here. See if they're friends or something.
I am going to jump back on Lucy's bed. Am I allowed to take an action now, or do we go to somebody else in the?
Yeah, at this point, I think it's okay.
Okay.
Also, too, the trapdoors in the pit have like realigned themselves, so there's not a hole there anymore.
I'm going to try and put my hand, put enough pressure to kind of activate the trap again. See if the doors will fall back down.
With enough pressure, it does trigger.
I'm gonna see now that I know where it's at if I can leap down with Lucy and then get her a running start at the bottom, and then get her to jump up the other side.
Yep, you're able to do that without too much issue. Something you might want to move out of the way, or you
Yeah.
get barreled over by a wolf. So Arthur and Lucy make their way over. I don't know if anyone else wishes to join. I know Jayla's gonna kind of make her way over.
Yeah, I'll make
and
my
then
way over.
Aster will not. Aster will definitely follow Jayla. They're two
My way
peas in a
downtown.
pod, those two.
Making my
So-
way down.
You guys kind of, obviously, Arthur and Lucy take the lead, but you all kind of follow. And Buddy, who was snarling and growling and foaming at the mouth, upon seeing the other dire wolf, stops.
Dragon.
And he kind of just looks up. I forgot to describe, he also is covered in dragon scales to give him a dragon-like appearance. Probably worse than Lucy in terms of the job on it. The very fact that Meepo actually thinks these are dragons just speaks to the sheer intelligence of him as a human being, or as a hobbling, I should say. But yeah, so Buddy has stopped snarling. Lucy doesn't really appear to be fazed by this at all. She just kind of looks to you, Arthur, and just goes, "Derp."
I'm just going to pat her on the head generously.
And because it's a dead wolf and its neck is already broken, its head just cranes even more until it spins almost all the way around.
Oh no.
There's this cracking and creaking sound as it spins itself.
Great.
Ever do that again?
Sentinel's gonna move a little bit to.
Yeah, I'm gonna move a little out of the way there too. I don't want to be near that.
I don't care to presume, but I assume, Darian, you probably got the best way with animals of the party here.
Mr.
A bold
Gentle Nature
assumption.
Man.
But not a bad assumption. I'm gonna offer some rations to Buddy here.
Okay, go ahead and give me an animal handling at advantage right now.
Right. 17.
Okay, so you're able to approach. Buddy does not lash out, and you give him the rations. And upon seeing them and you setting them on, he very quickly goes and eats them. It's quite apparent to you, Darian, this dire wolf has not eaten in quite a while. Couple other things you assess from that animal handling check. Once he finishes eating, Buddy begins to sort of pace the room slightly, making almost like a panting noise. You are assuming that Buddy and Lucy are in fact mates of each other.
Oh, that's like necrophilia at this point, guys. Well, I'm gonna give him another ration because he's a hungry boy, and then I'm gonna start working on his chains. And,
Okay.
I'm gonna say, hey,
Before
nobody
you-
do anything crazy, but
I see.
I'm gonna let this dog go.
Before you give him the entire ration of the next one you're gonna give him, I ask you to break off a piece of it for me.
All right, break off a piece. I'm gonna turn into little treats. We're gonna train Buddy today.
I'm going to grab the small piece he gives me, walk over to Darby, and ask for the hobbling clothing piece that I gave him earlier.
You mean the one that I literally burned in front of your face? The hobblings are right outside, my man.
Yes, but I don't want to have to go back through the pit again.
Understandable.
Aster, can you get a piece of hobbling?
Yeah, Haster, can you go do that? You fly. You don't have to deal with that.
Oh my gosh, you guys actually asked me to do something? And she just flies over. You watch her. She starts tugging at this hobling's cloak. She can't get it. She tries tugging at it again. It's not coming loose. She flies back. Jayla, can I borrow your dagger real quick? Jayla's just like,
Size of her.
here you go. She picks it up with both hands. It looks like a great sword to her. She flies back over. She cuts off a piece of the hobbling cloak. She flies back to you, Arthur. Here you go.
Thank you, Aster. I'm going
Of
to
course.
wrap the treat in the cloth and basically bring it over as close as as close as I'm comfortable getting to Buddy, and kind of toss it to him so he kind of associates the smell with.
So he just starts eating it, and then once he gets to the cloth and the food is kind of gone, it just spits it out. Who is going over to take care of his restraints too?
Oh, I was doing it.
Well, Darian was gonna use-
Okay, so they are locked before. These are much sturdier than the ones that were on the deep hobblings in the prison room. So Darian, you would have to pick the lock here. Do you have anything to do that with?
I don't, but do I see any like, I don't know, like a key ring or anything nearby?
Nothing like that from what you can tell.
You mentioned that there's a lock.
There is a lock.
I'm asking if Darian has
Arthur,
mentioned it.
Arthur, you want to come pick this lock or?
Sure, you want to distract that wolf?
Oh, he's a good boy. I'm gonna give a.
Honestly,
kid
the
credit.
wolf is fixated on Lucy right now. It's not even paying attention, even as Darian was checking.
I'm going to command Lucy to distract the wolf, and I am going to walk over to the lock and attempt to break it. Or block.
Lucy just walks up and just sits, and they just
Yep.
start staring at each other.
Oh, Lucy.
All right,
Sounds
give me
about
a sleight of hand on that roll there, Arthur.
Oh my god.
Ooh, great roll. 17 plus 4 is 21, plus my proficiency, 23.
Yep. So, Arthur, you're very easily able to knock that loose, and the wolf is free. Realizing it's free, it immediately begins kind of circling Lucy. Look at that go crazy there, and like sniffing her. Definitely can tell something is off though. Kind of starts whimpering a little bit.
Word
If
guy.
Lucy moves, does he follow? Do I notice, like, if I command Lucy to move?
Yes. So if Lucy begins to move, the dog or Buddy begins
Now
to
we've
follow as
got
well.
2 dire wolves,
We got
baby.
2 doggos. So
Except for when
Jayla-
he realizes that Lucy is dead, we're probably gonna have a problem.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't blame him. Poor
This
guy.
seems to be the correct room, so you happen to see any of your stuff around.
So Jayla starts looking around, and let's see if she finds anything. Oh, good roll, Jayla. So after like 5-10 minutes of looking, she actually finds like a collection of weapons, and she is able to obtain her equipment, which consists of a longsword, a few javelins, and a shield.
Dang. She's
And
outfitted.
then, yeah, and she kind of looks back to you, Darby, and tosses the dagger back to you and says, "Returned as requested."
I appreciate it.
Yeah, I don't really have any need for it anymore now that I have this.
Yeah, it's probably much better than a skinny little dagger, but you gotta have something on you at all times.
I'll take it. Perfect. And she kind of begins to wave the sword around. One thing you notice too from her shield, it seems to be made out of a different style or type of metal that you've never seen before. It almost looks like someone has fused metal together with like fire. And there is big green letters that say GOD, and it looks like a half an E. Now, obviously, your characters wouldn't recognize those letters, but for you, the players, that's what it looks like.
DODE?
Yes,
Oh, he's
half an
selling
E.
goddess. Does the shield look broken at all?
No, it's it is forged. It's
Oh.
in great condition.
Interesting.
Well,
DODE.
Hey, Jayla,
Yeah,
what does that lettering mean on your shield?
I have no idea.
Me neither.
They when I became champion, they gave it to me. It was supposed to be for the old champion, but he never picked it up from the blacksmith.
Sounds like a nerd.
He's kind of a nerd. I will give you that. So
if
they
I
gave it to me. I
may-
figured I'd use it.
Fair enough.
If I may, I would like to look around and see if I can find any kinds of treasure worth my time.
Yes, give me a perception check, Darby.
Ooh, let's go. I'm good at it. Kind of. And I have proficiency. The 16.
Beautiful. So, you find, after scouring this trophy room, Darby, a dragon-shaped jade figurine
Ooh.
worth 20 gold,
Taking it.
a crystal goblet worth 5 gold,
Uh,
and a 24-piece set of fine silverware worth 1 gold apiece.
Ooh.
Ooh.
More
Nice.
weapons.
And finally, you find a sealed in a scroll, like a note, and as you unravel it, Darby, you see dwarvish runes. Can you speak dwarvish?
I cannot.
Then you cannot read them. But there are dwarvish runes.
I can read it.
I will toss it to Darian and ask if he can read it since he seems to know languages. And then what was that second item?
A crystal goblet with 5 gold.
Alright.
So Darian, as you take the scroll, you see the runes in dwarvish read
Okay,
Kundrakar.
that's second item.
Drakar?
Drakar.
And that means
Well, you see, in Dwarvish, it means Kundrakar.
that.
Yeah, so it says Kundrakar, and as you read further down, it says, the remaining few, by order of the Durigdin, the Black, we have created a secret dwarven redoubt. None shall find us. However, and the note is too tattered and torn to read the rest.
Dwarves finding out, huh?
Any of that sound familiar to you, Jayla?
Sounds like old dwarven speak from like way, way long ago. What would Jayla know? Unfortunately, Kundrakar doesn't really mean anything to me, nor does whatever that other thing in there was, Durgdin or whatever that you said.
Well, I think I'm gonna figure it out one of these days, and I'm gonna tuck it away.
Okay. So if you want, you just have dwarven note.
You got it.
And that is all you guys find after looking around this place.
Not bad. Decent haul. Well, it's worth some money, so.
One thing you do notice is that Buddy seems to be he begins pacing the room again and kind of looking towards the door and whimpering.
This door here?
Yes.
You might want to leave. What do I know? I don't know anything.
That or he's frightened by what's ever behind the door.
Or he's freaked out that his mate is a zombie.
Well, he doesn't know that yet, does he?
He just seems anxious right now.
All right,
Maybe it's
whose
about-
turn is it to explore? Who's the?
It'd probably be Darian's turn at this
Because we
point.
just had Sentinel go.
Mm-hmm.
Well, guys, wolves and canines in general are usually creatures of habit. If he's anxious right now, we probably should be too. And I'm willing to back up a little bit, regroup, see what happens. Caused quite a bit of a commotion.
You're gonna wait it out, Darian?
Well, if Buddy wants to like leave, is he like pulling to go the way we came from?
No, he's pacing back here like this. How long do you wait for?
Probably like a minute or two while everybody's looking around. I just kind of want to see if Buddy's like jutting his eyes towards anything in particular. This door down here.
Not necessarily judging his eyes, but after a couple minutes, he charges for the door and kind of like jumps up on it and begins scratching at it, and then whining again.
Hey guys, I think that there's something behind that door that Buddy would like to get at.
Oh,
But I'm not opening it, so...
you're not gonna open it, Darian? Why not?
Yeah, why not?
Because last time I've seen you guys open a door, you took like an arrow through the hand. I'm sure somebody got shot in the shoulder. I'm gonna cut my losses and let you guys keep doing that, because, well, it's kind of funny.
You don't want to say hi to your goblin friends? Goblin friends?
No, not particularly.
Yeah, you might be able to get the jump out of him and prevent us from killing him.
Yeah. We can talk to them. I'm sure they'd love to talk.
You know, this is gonna come bite you guys in the ass one day. It is, I'm sure of it.
Okay, let me
Sometimes
know when
already
it does.
has, you know? You've never really seen
Okay,
people
fine.
get cheated out of their money, huh? Well, let's take
I'll
out
open the
key.
frickin' door.
All right, there.
So you open the door.
So long as it's out of your free will.
I'm gonna try to
So
like.
as you fling the door open, Darian, you can see, if I can reveal the area, not
37 goblins.
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 not quite that many.
Oh,
There's
Ooh.
7.
There's still a lot.
So you fling it open, you see 7 hoblings coming to investigate the sound from the door they heard. And immediately, Buddy charges out to challenge them.
Yeah,
Let's
buddy.
go, buddy.
We will pick this up next week.
Ooh,
Nice.
Good cliffhanger. Nice.
Yeah, we were at about that time.
Killer.
All right.
So we're
Killer
gonna let it
session, DM.
Yeah,
Thank
Way
you.
to
We were a
go.
little late last week, so we'll be right on time this week.
it's all good.
Good
It's all
stuff.
Very
Oh.
nice.
Bye, chat.